Check 1 2 1 2, bitch.
What the fuck is up, people?
What up?
This is episode 270.
270.
Of the most consistent podcast in the year. Give me a hell yeah. iLLogical sense. This is your boy Busby.
And over here it's your boy JC. No.
How the fuck you doing?
You alright?
Yeah, no, we haven't been doing it for a minute, so I gotta revamp it.
I'm good. I'm trying to survive this fucking heat.
Help!
Nigga.
Somebody did this.
God did.
Oh, yeah. What happened to your chef?
I walked right into that. Somebody did this.
Nah, that was good.
God did.
That was real good.
Shit.
You sure it's him? You sure it ain't Satan?
Both?
Shit, 'cause it's hot as a motherfucker.
Yeah.
Every time I get out of bed, I'm like, yo, fam. Why?
Why?
God did, God why?
God did, God why? Nah, I mean, for me, I have air conditioning and I have the fan in my house, so it's like...
Oh, look at you, rich nigga.
Should've never gave you niggas money.
We don't have those things.
I got a fan. I got a fan in my house, but you know.
Yeah, fan of a fan?
Fan of a fan, hey. But other than that, I've been cool. Besides the heat, how have you been doing?
I've been good.
Same here.
Yeah, no, I've been good.
Same here. Just been working, making money.
Yeah, working, making money.
Mm-hmm.
Trying to keep my back all right.
Yeah. And you know what else? Yeah, I mean, not like it's canceled or anything. Like our money and shit, but you know what is canceled?
Oh, like, what? 8%?
What do you mean?
Like 8% of the total bill?
Oh, yeah.
Because the whole thing ain't canceled.
I mean, but what is canceled?
I mean, it got canceled cultured like, though. But, kind of. But, yeah, that festival that we were talking about last time, that was supposed to come out here to good old San Jose at Lake Cunningham, yeah, that's done. Yeah.
Damn. I'm sorry.
Lost in the rhythm. Don't have no rhythm coming.
Yeah, no nothing.
It got lost.
That motherfucker said, oh, y'all, that's where it is?
Oh, no. Child the ghetto. Nope.
Literally. East Side San Jose.
That's what
I don't even call that shit East Side San Jose. That's called East Side Josie.
Yeah.
That lets you know you're in another atmosphere.
When it got announced, I remember I was telling you, like, that's where they're going to have it?
We both said that, like, wait, next to Raging Waters?
Next to, I was like, that's in that shopping center and shit.
The motherfucking In and Out.
Yeah, I was like, okay. Like, how's that logistically? How's that going to work?
I mean, I know it was going to work for us.
I was going to work for us, but for everybody else.
I was going to park my car at your spot. We was going to walk. That's how it was going to work for us.
I probably wasn't even going to go. I was like, hey, you can park here, call an Uber and go over there and shit. But how's that going to work? And shit.
Yeah, lost the rhythm. Say, yeah, we don't know. We don't know ourselves, so we just going
to cancel this shit.
Here's your money back.
Bye.
Yeah.
He was going to be WizKid, Tim's, Wale.
Burna Boy.
It was going to be hella people at Lake Cunningham. Like, if it was at Mountain View, I can understand. Shoreline Amphitheater, like how Rock the Bells used to be at, I can understand that. But Lake Cunningham?
We just talked about it on the last episode. That's what makes it so funny. It's only been 2 weeks.
I know.
And it was like, yeah, come with us. And then it's like, no more rhythm.
No more rhythm.
Like, all right. Well.
Bring the rhythm. Yeah. No. We don't do that here.
No.
So from the outside looking in, what is Lake Cunningham to what you're referring to?
Oh, Lake Cunningham is it a staple here in San Jose?
Kind of.
I mean, it's a if you know, you know.
Mm-hmm.
It's damn, how do you describe Lake Cunningham?
The ghetto?
It's next to Raging Waters. Put it that way.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is... You should introduce yourself, too.
Yes, who you hear on air sitting background and will also comment here and now is my girlfriend, Miss Brittany.
Round of applause.
Okay. Really?
Well, yeah, because people could just hear a woman start talking like, who the fuck is that?
Really?
Hey, y'all niggas brought Ivana back?
I'm listening and ad-libbing as I go.
Yeah. But yeah, it's Lake Cunningham's pretty. It's like JC says, like if you know, you know type of shit. It's just like a big park.
Mm-hmm. Now, is it festival big? I guess.
Kind of.
But something like that?
Like, if they held that shit at Raging Waters, I'd be like, oh, okay, that's off-brand, but okay, I see the vision.
Like a ghetto-ass Coachella.
Yeah. Lake Cunningham, though, was like...
What kind of shit is that?
Yeah, that's why I was shocked.
Even though we were excited about it, it was like, Lake Cunningham?
Fuck it.
Nigga, I'm going in and out then real quick.
That's what I'm saying. Go to In and Out, go in and out and shit. But yeah, that shit's done.
Just don't get robbed at Eastridge.
I've been asking for water. Lake Cunningham is not good enough?
For a music festival?
Just to go see.
I guess we could, but I wouldn't even...
No.
It's like so local, because we've been here like all our lives. It's like such a local...
It actually didn't come up in my head till like, oh yeah, Lake Cunningham has a lake.
It's a lake. I mean, yeah.
It's until she said that I'm like, oh yeah, Lake Cunningham has a lake.
Yeah, no, you're right. It does.
No, but that's the thing. When it's like to pedestrians, we're just like, yeah, okay, that's the place we're going to. But when you actually say that, oh yeah, Lake Cunningham's a lake.
It really is. Yeah. I mean, it's nice, I guess. I mean, yeah.
No. I know you're saying no.
I mean, for us.
You're like, it's nice, I guess.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's neither here or there. But other than that,
lost in rhythm. I mean, shit. Go get lost in your rhythm.
Go get lost someone else.
Yeah, I don't know.
Sorry, word to pot.
Mm-hmm. Who canceled that shit? I don't know.
Shit, I don't know. Sorry. Other than that, there's so much shit we can get to. But first,
let's start with artificial intelligence, my nigga.
That's like a Black Mirror episode.
Oh God.
That was a Black Mirror episode with Miley Cyrus.
It is.
That's exactly what that shit was.
What's this motherfucker's name?
It was
FN Mecca, which we already know what the FN is, right?
What's the FN?
Fucking.
Wow.
Motherfucking Mecca. They wasn't slick with that.
Yeah, this white boy decided to make an artificial intelligence. He pretty much got elements from all the rappers that we hear today, put it in the computer, and made a rap. Hired a black dude to rap the lyrics. You could say nigga, and he made like a little meme virtual rapper.
You saying he got his Quentin Miller?
Pretty much. Shit, it's like artificial blackface. That's what that shit was. And then, well, not only that, he got signed by Capitol Records. It was like It was like $100 million or $10 million contract. And I forgot how much millions. It was somewhere.
It was at least 500,000.
No, it was millions.
That's what I'm saying. It was at least. I don't know if there was a signing bonus. I don't know how the fuck you give artificial intelligence.
I don't know, but that white boy who did it was just like, he did an interview and he was pretty cocky about it. And then when it got announced, everyone was like, really, Capitol Records? Like, y'all dead ass? Like, y'all fucking dead ass about this? And there was huge backlash on social media, understandably.
Well, because of the post that they did.
Oh, did you see the Instagram post? Yeah, the police brutality
post where it reads, "What should I do? This guard keeps beating me with his baton because I won't snitch. I ain't no rat. Life in prison is so depressing. I wish I could get out so I could start making fire music again." It's a picture of him getting
beat by the police, by a virtual police.
Yeah, for not snitching. It's like, wait, what the fuck?
Oh yeah, it was. Yeah, and it was one of those. I just kept scrolling because I wasn't trying to get pissed off, and I was like, yeah, I want to see how long this is going to be before Capitol Records goes like, never mind.
Right.
Next day, never mind. We saw the backlash. Sorry. But I just look at it as a test. That shit was a test to see how much it can get away with. That's what that shit was.
Oh yeah. I mean, that's a scary effect in itself. Is if we don't like how you acting with your contract, we have all the tools in place to finish your album without you. Exactly.
That was exactly like Black Mirror. That was exactly what happened in Black Mirror. You get the brain, they get the elements from their brain and they just put it in a computer and boom, that's what you get. It's not the first time they've done this, by the way.
I mean, Michael Jackson.
No, they actually got a real person to do that. They were slick with it. Yeah, and then the fans actually sued. That's another story. That's a whole story in itself. The fans actually sued Sony. They took them to court and they took the songs out. So now there's only 7 records on that.
Imagine that the state don't take you to court, but
the fans
took your ass to court.
Yeah, because they were slick with that. They got someone to sing like him. Oh, I can't. And Teddy Riley produced the shit. But again, that's a whole other podcast in itself. Go to listen to the MJ Cast. They'll talk about it.
Yeah,
I'm a Michael fan. If you don't know,
I'm here for it.
Well, yeah, hee.
But in overall aspect, what does that say about the industry? Because it's not just about if you don't finish your album for us. Mm-hmm. To me, that's a lot deeper. Where it's
that's slavery. That's what that is.
No, wait, yeah, that. But what I'm saying is what else can that say about an industry where they already don't value the artist labor as is? Mm-hmm. So now it's just a matter of, okay, so we just gonna have a stable of artificial intelligence, and we gonna run it up. Mm-hmm. So now we can get every aspect of payment. Yeah. Because, when it comes to touring, they can't touch that money. Mm-hmm. But now I sign an act like this, artist act. Now I can touch everything because this motherfucker ain't real.
Exactly.
So now my hands are in it all.
Yeah, and they really tried it. They even did a music video too. Gunna was in it.
That's what another thing about that social media post that pisses me off. Mm-hmm. Is you got an act that was featured on one of these songs, and you making first of all, you're trying to implement this shit like this is the entire black experience. Like we all go through it. Not try not to snitch.
So can I say something?
Go ahead.
I think you're allowed to emulate that. I think that's allowed behavior. So there's multiple levels to anything, right? So if they're saying this is the non-snitch behavior, that's allowed to be provoked. And you decide as a viewer if you're going to buy in. Mm-hmm. Right?
No, you most definitely can.
So you decide if you're going to buy in. You don't have to buy in.
No, you don't.
But they're allowed to provoke that to people. With that being said, Gunna and YG, what they're dealing with the RICO, I think it's a lot.
You mean young Thug?
Sorry, what did I say?
YG.
Lord, please forgive me. YG's like,
it's funny because his name is Young Gangster, so
I was like slime. I feel like I get a lot of DMs, people do you not know? I know, kind of not really, but I kind of get a little.
I don't understand why they call each other slime.
But at the end of the day, did you do the dirt? And maybe you did, maybe you didn't. I don't know. I'm not here to say that. I'm not your ghostwriter. However, you're where you're at, and we need to take accountability of where we're at, and we need to gung-ho with this shit. You're not leaving anytime soon. So what does that look like staying in? And we need to release music, and we need to release a speech or a segment or a statement or something.
He was like a virtual 6ix9ine. That's what he was. Mm-hmm. That's exactly
what... But 6ix9ine is not... are you talking about the Rainbow Kid? I can't.
That's exactly
why they painted that.
I can't.
Yeah, that's exactly who he was.
If you're going to match me, Young Thug, to Tekashi, I think that's disrespectful.
That's exactly
that's
what
why
it was.
that's why that a lot of people got pissed off with.
Because it was literally... It was a virtual, black
This wasn't marketed like a human.
Young Thug is really about that life. He's really... That's why he's on a RICO. He's really about that life. To compare him to somebody that... Snitch? I'm not even saying anything about a rat. I'm just saying I'm being honest. This is different.
Pretty much what this dude did is that he literally got elements from all rappers like a Young Thug, Gunna, 6ix9ine, all those type of rappers.
Who are you referring to?
Because there was this white boy who came up with this program.
Who are you referring to?
I forgot his name, but I know I saw him, and it's literally a white boy who did this shit. And he pretty much got all the information, and he just put it in the computer in artificial intelligence. He put the money front for it, and he made this.
For whom?
For us to make money.
We're talking YSL. What are you talking about?
What do you mean?
You're saying he made this available for whom?
He made it available.
This is public. They treated this like it was an artist.
But who's taking who gets credit for this? Who are you talking about?
The label does.
What? But whom?
What do you mean? It's
whoever created this.
What are you talking about this from?
Whoever created this algorithm is the one that's getting credit for it.
I get that, but what record label is using that?
Capitol Records.
To what artists?
They created their own artists. That's what we're saying.
Yeah, exactly. He literally created his own. They literally created their own artists.
So what artists are using this right now?
Nobody.
Okay. And so again, what I'm saying is people want to hear who's using this. Who's doing those things, and that's where we have an opportunity to talk about it.
But pretty much, there was huge backlash, obviously so, and Capitol Records saw the backlash, especially from the black community, and they were just and they dropped the virtual rapper because they wanted no parts from it, and they apologized for it.
Even though we had Sita on BG.
Huh?
Sita, you remember Sita? She was a digital.
But that was on BET. That was like a whole other.
Right. Capitol Records and BET is totally different, but it shows that there is an audience.
No, that's a difference though.
No, not really. Because what was Sita doing that Hits wasn't doing? Hits from the Street was showing Hits from the Street, and Sita was doing the same thing from Sita World, doing the top 110 of music videos, right? She was doing nothing different that Hits wasn't doing, right?
No, well, the difference was there was actual real person behind it, and it was controlled.
But I'm just saying, like, electronically wise, we're trying to make that we created something we didn't. Sita is like, what year is that? I don't know.
That was like in the early 90s, 2000s.
And that's amazing. So
it's amazing when it's people within our culture doing it. It's horrible when people outside of.
But do we know that they're not doing it?
Yeah, no, we know.
Oh, we definitely
know.
Sita?
We definitely know the difference.
Yeah.
Sita was done within our culture. This was done as a money grab to take advantage of our culture. That's the difference. So that's why the backlash came about, because it's like, well, wait a minute. First of all, who's writing? Who's doing these lyrics? Mm-hmm. Second of all, what are you trying to represent here? Mm-hmm. And most importantly, after that, how is this going to be a detriment to artists themselves that the labels, it's already, everybody knows rule number 4080, record executives are shady.
Always shady. And I can only imagine that meeting when they were talking about this and pitching it, and everyone in the black staff was just looking at them like, this is not a good idea. Yeah. And they still went with it. And then they saw the backlash and they were like, because I'm getting phone calls from people like, what is this shit?
Right.
And they were like, okay, my bad. So they got that shit the fuck up out of here.
Yeah.
Rightfully so. Thank God. But it's going to open the doors for other shit, because when another artist dies, say if like Kanye dies, God forbid, they're going to... Well, Kanye probably allowed that shit. I'll take that back. Kanye, never mind.
He already got the prototype ready to go when he died.
Yeah, Kanye ain't going to do that.
If you listen to this shit, you know I'm dead. So now I can really say the shit I want to say.
Yeah, I'll take that back. I'm not going to do that shit. But, yeah, that's out the way. But that leads into... What was that leading into next?
Timbaland and Swizz Beatz versus Triller.
Of the industry getting shady. Yeah, we were all happy for them when they invested into Triller, and Triller bought them for how much? $50 million?
I think that's what they invested in it.
Yeah, and they were gonna get paid off that shit. Well, no, they're taking their asses to court because they didn't get paid. And apparently Triller hasn't paid a lot of the artists that they invested in, like a lot of the black folks.
Yeah, the equity. They
have not paid any of those people to do that. They're all taking like Triller to court.
Triller's like, well, we gave y'all motherfuckers $50 million. What more do you want?
They said they haven't paid them all the money.
Right, so now it's...
I have an argument to that, so I can't wager. I feel like Timbaland and Swizz did not do their homework.
Yeah.
I don't think they did either.
Yeah.
And I feel like they've been paid and they do not know how to diverse their resources in the nation.
Yeah, pretty much.
I believe they got paid in different ways that weren't monetary.
Every verses we went to, we kept saying, when is the artist coming on? They were never on time, not never.
Well, that was just on the artist.
But to be fair, there's fines for that. That's money. And they're not accounting for that. There's a lot of things going on behind the scenes. When it was like the B2K and Marion and Mario, they didn't come on for like an hour and a half.
But that's like how artists are, though.
No. That's still money.
Oh, yeah.
When you sign for a contract, you come on at a certain time. They're not coming on. They're trying to make way for you, and that's why like D-Ray's stupid and all this. It's because you should have been on already.
Yeah, that's usually how it is.
But like Timbaland and Swizz Beatz has not showed up for time after time for a lot of artists for the versus. It has not been on point. It has not been good.
They've been entertaining.
It's not been good engineering.
Oh yeah, well, no.
As a versus, I would be afraid to do that with Timbaland, even though I love Timbaland as a producer. Your data's not right.
Yeah,
I think the first part of this they're not gonna hear. I forgot she's behind the mic. Scooch over here so that way you can get.
Oh no, it's okay.
Because they won't hear you, so it's just gonna be like we just sitting here talking to nobody.
Oh, sorry. I don't want to repeat everything though.
No, they heard you.
Don't. It's just moving forward. If you chime in, it'll be better to sit over there because it'll catch you.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, like.
You can sit down.
You're fine. I'm fine over there, by the way. But I'm just saying, like, I just think there were opportunities, and I feel like Timbaland and Swizz did not do right by a lot of things.
Maybe.
When, like, the customers were waiting, like, hey, we're tired, we're going to sleep. Wendy's, Cheesecake Factory's messaging you, like, hey, when are you guys going to go on?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, like, you guys got your check. Like, perform.
Yeah. But and also Triller wasn't paying a lot of the other people too, because there was other people they invested in, like they invested in like other like influencers and all that stuff, and they never like paid their money because they invested. They didn't go to TikTok or nothing. They dedicated their time to making content for Triller, and they never got their money. So they're going like, what the fuck is up? So that's why there's like a class.
They paid.
No, they. Oh no, I'm talking about Triller.
I know Triller.
No, but the other people, not VERZUZ. Those other
Triller
folks.
paid VERZUZ.
Yeah, they paid for it, but they didn't pay all the way. According to Timbaland and Swizz.
I saw the receipts.
You saw the receipts, the actual receipts?
Yes. So at the end of the day, Timbaland and Swizz did not deliver performances on time. How much time do we have to wait for the artists to come on stage? Be honest.
Yeah, we waited
for the VERZUZ, like, they were supposed to be on at 9. They didn't come on till like 10.
Yeah, that's like how every like event is.
But you're still fine. There's a fee for that. There's a fee.
Yeah, there's a fee
that's
for like closing time.
Because
for, like,
people got to go to sleep. There's a time difference.
But when you go to a concert, like
there's a time difference.
When you go to a concert, that concert could start at like say 7:30, and the artist won't come out until probably like 8 o'clock or not even 8 o'clock, probably like 9 o'clock. They'll come out. That's usually like all concerts, though.
Yeah, there's always that room for.
We're not being honest about how people can tap out.
At concerts?
Yeah.
Oh, they could tap out.
Right. I'm not going to pay you for a fee if your artist is going to come on an hour and a half later.
Yo, I feel you. I feel you on that. But when it comes to Timbaland and Swizz,
like even Brandy and Monica, like that was an iconic battle. It took how long to get Monica on stage?
it was just like egos, artist egos. They have to come on.
You still have to keep the
that was
audience
before.
there.
But it also determines if that's what they're fining them for, because for all we know, that wasn't part of the contract.
You're definitely being fined. There's a time you have to.
No, I understand what you're saying. You could be, but if they're not, because that's a venue thing, that has nothing to do with Triller.
Yeah,
they're not Triller venues. So if the venue's okay with it,
if you're not starting at a certain time, it deals with
right. What I'm saying is, if that's not what's put in the contract, then I get what you're saying. But if they don't care about timing, they just want to show it all falls in the venue. Triller just wants the views.
I'm very clear that the reason why they have an argument is that like we told you at this time you need to be on here. I bet you they're suing that you were not available. Timbaland and Swizz Beatz has been late so many times. Like they get a lot of like when they look at those views and they see how much money they
numbers.
It's the numbers they all care about.
The numbers, but you guys will tell us there's a VERZUZ and it's like 2.5 hours later.
Yeah, because they got to get the people to show up. They need to get as many people to watch this shit as they can. But that's besides the point. Besides the point, it's pretty much at the end of the day, Timbaland and Swizz, they just got hustled. They got hustled by Triller.
I think they did. I think actually they did the hustling, and I think somebody called them on their bullshit.
Maybe, depending on how you look at it. But they got hustled, and they're taking them to court and shit. So that's that on that. But that kind of leads into
Offset.
What's up with your Beatles, man? They're like the Beatles now?
Well, if they're the Beatles, then you know who's behind it.
Oh, so Cardi's Yoko Ono?
You the one that said it, not me.
Yeah, fucking. So apparently, how long has Takeoff and Quavo been like a duo for like the past 6 months? Few months?
Yeah. And
they've been very quiet about what's been going on within the group and all that. Like, have they broke up? What's going on? So I was just like, okay. We're like, okay, whatever. They released singles together. Offset was kind of doing his own solo shit. And then the bombshell dropped. Offset sued. Offset is taking, what's his name? QC to court for his solo career because he wasn't getting paid right.
Right.
And they were going back and forth on Twitter and shit. And I'm like, damn, first the Fat Boys breakup.
Well, the thing is, Quavo and Takeoff said they supported it.
Oh, of course. They supported who? Like Offset?
Yeah, Offset.
Okay, yeah, that's her brother.
Right.
Yeah.
But on the flip side, who was it? Coach K or P? Mm-hmm. Yeah, he started letting the chopper sing.
Yeah, he was going like, yeah, we all know who the real problem is. And you pointed out, you think they're talking about, you think he's talking about.
Yeah, he got real sensitive about it. Like, no, I'm not the problem. And I was like, I think you missed the subliminal that you put out there. I took it as he was talking about Cardi.
And how was Cardi the problem? Putting stuff in his head?
Yeah. that's how it could potentially be looked at. I don't think that's necessarily the case, but I'm not involved in that situation. Because remember, she did have QC as her management at one point.
Yeah.
And she left.
She did leave. I thought she was still managing.
No, she left.
Oh, shit.
And then that's when rumblings about Offset took place around afterwards. This didn't happen this year. She left a while ago.
Okay.
But, Culture 3 drops. They have the success there. But then all of a sudden now everybody's kind of doing their own things.
Yeah.
So... I don't think it's fair to blame her necessarily if she's putting her husband up on game.
Yeah.
But from the other side, looking in, if you have a business investment from Coach K and P's side, they're looking at it from the standpoint of you fucking with our investment right now.
Mm-hmm. You fucking with our money.
Right.
We need Culture 4 to come out. How do you like Takeoff?
What comes first, Culture 4 or Shrem Life 4?
Shrem Life 4.
It definitely comes first. Yeah. Just want to make sure you're up on.
It took. How long did it take for Culture 3 to come out? Like what, 2-3 years?
What was it, 2021?
Yeah.
3 years. Because they rushed Culture 2.
Yeah, I remember that.
Culture 1 came out 2017. They rushed it for 2018. Mm-hmm. And it took 3 years. Thank God they took a long time to get it done because they came out proper.
That was like a masterpiece for you.
Yeah. Motherfuckers look very funny with the second one.
Yeah, I'll never forget that day. When you told me, like, this is like me and Martina were just like, I don't know about this album. You're like, what are you talking about, man? It's hella good. And you were just like, I had this album on shuffle.
Yep.
Yeah.
And that's Culture 2 in a nutshell.
Shit. That leads into what?
ASAP Rocky.
Damn. What's going on right now, man?
I don't know, but...
That was him shooting up Big Honest Club.
You're doing more than that.
Yeah. So who's ASAP Burr? He was part of the...
No, ASAP Bari says that ASAP Relly was who got the shot busted in his ass by Rocky.
Oh, wow.
And Relly was in court testifying about that. So that's why he ran up on him.
Oh, wow. Damn. What the hell's going on in hip-hop, man?
I don't know.
Shit.
Niggas restoring the feeling? Shit, I don't know.
Another retrograde's coming, but goddamn, bro. What the hell's going on? Festivals getting canceled. Fucking Timbaland and Swizz Beatz and Bad Business. Offset can't get his shit right. Oh yeah, Cardi went off on Nicki fans. I don't know if you saw that shit.
Yeah, I saw it.
Yeah. Oh my god, man. Nicki's just doing it, and her fans. Nicki's like Trump, dog. Her fans literally like follow just like her. That's why I'm glad she blocked me. So I don't have to see that shit. Like I see it, but it's just like Cardi needs to stay off fucking Twitter, bro.
Yeah, there was no reason for her to respond because that didn't even come from the main people that you should be responding to.
It was like one of the main henchmen, the main Nicki henchmen or whatever.
Even then, don't even pay that no mind. Like,
yeah, Cardi just needs. It's like that scene from Rap Shit when they're going through the fucking comments and shit. That's Cardi. That's what Cardi's seeing.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. But yeah, Rocky apparently how do I want to put that?
What?
If that nigga really could make a song, that should be Rocky loves shooting me. Rocky loves shooting me.
And I've been waiting.
That's funny. I was watching Three Ninjas a few weeks ago.
Yeah.
That should be a song, man. I'm writing on there a sample that Rocky loves Emily. Rocky loves Emily.
Right.
Oh shit, man. That's what was it? Rocky loves shooting me. Rocky loves shooting me. Oh shit, man. But in good news, rest in peace to Nipsey Hussle.
Yes.
Rest in peace to Nipsey Hussle. He got a star on the Walk of Fame.
Posthumously.
Lauren London was there. His whole family was there. That was just like, yes, that was good shit. Did you watch the speech?
No, I was at work.
But it was probably on YouTube or something.
Yeah, by that point it was so much news. We were gone for 2 weeks.
Yeah, hella shit just be popping off and shit. Yeah.
But it's definitely, obviously, it's commendable. They did it on what would have been his 37th birthday.
Yeah, man.
So, rest in peace to Nip Hussle the Great.
Yep. Do we need to talk about him now?
It's time, man.
Before we left. Shut up, Dad. Do we have to finish it, people? Y'all know what this is.
There's powerful niggardry at work here.
JC on.
Yeah.
Bring your ass up on this fucking stand.
Somebody did this.
Drillmatic.
The Life and Times of JC on Taylor.
Heart and Soul. Full heart and, yeah.
Parts 3, 4, and 5.
Yeah.
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 Now, before we get in there, we're talking
Weird
about...
ass nigga can rap, man.
Yeah. Now, before then, it was supposed to be 30. It was supposed to be 31 tracks, but it got cut down to 30, which is whatever, because there was a song that was going to be on here called World Tours that featured Nipsey Hussle, and apparently Black Sam blocked that shit on the 9th hour because of Whack 100, obviously.
Right.
And I was just... And it was funny because when you go on Spotify, you literally see World Tours and it's not highlighted. And I was like, you niggas were going to still post it after Black Sam said no? Like, the fuck? And then there was another song on there called OP, or OPP. You don't OPP. No, that's what it means. There was OP featuring NBA Youngboy, and apparently they had to take that fucking shit off. Because I remember listening to it on, like, when it dropped. It was one of the... Did you hear it when you first heard it? When you first heard the album? With NBA Youngboy, or did all the songs just blend in together that you just forgot?
Some of them, I only played this album once, and when I played it once, I broke it up into 10s. So,
yeah,
I wasn't listening to fucking 2 hours worth of music at one time. Yeah. And everybody would be like, "Oh, but what about Chris Brown?" It's like Chris Brown makes hits, all right.
Mm-hmm.
Some of this shit, don't get me wrong, some of this shit was knocking. Mm-hmm. Other shit was just okay, all right.
I'm gonna get all the because there's one song in particular that we have to talk about, but we're gonna get all these.
We don't have to, but
not have to, but just mention it.
I understand why you
know
dive
why
into it. Yeah, no, I get it.
You know why.
Yeah.
Nah, but the songs I do like on here, I like Voodoo. I like Home Invasion and Outside.
Yeah, she sounded alright on Burning Checks on the drill.
Yeah, Burning Checks. Heart versus Mind was one of those records that was just like when Game's in his element.
He's
like,
great.
Those great. Like honestly, there's great records on here, but it's just a collection of records. And Drake with the braids, that was just fucking weird. Drake saying, "Yeah, I don't got time to be on your album, but I'm gonna work
on your album."
Yeah, but I'm
on your album, but I'm on your album.
But no verse. And it was like I said, the songs were cool. It was typical Game.
Change the Game was great. It definitely helped out the fact that first of all, Rick Rock was the original producer on Change the Game for Jay-Z.
Yeah.
It also helps out that the remix also had for the original Change the Game had DPG. So hearing West Coast swag on that track wasn't not weird or strange, but it was their familiarity. Mm-hmm. So that made sense to me. And then you put Ty Dolla $ign on it. Like, how does that not work?
Yeah, of course. It's like a good combination.
Right.
And who else was on? He had Kanye on there. Oh, yeah, A$AP Rocky with Money Cash Clothes. That was a fire-ass record.
I was surprised to see Meek Mill on here.
I wasn't surprised because they're all cool now.
It's one of the better songs on there, too.
Yeah, Cameron was on there with Killers.
Yep.
And let's see, what's another highlight record? Outside, that was a good record too.
Now, you know who's there. What about The Lies? He said this is going to be one of the final albums. This is his last album where he does sampling.
Fucking lie! That's a lie. He said this is going to be my best album. That's a lie.
Somebody did this.
The fucked up thing is, when I was listening to this album, everything was good till we got to that track called The Black Slim Shady. Because throughout the album, especially because he has Start From Scratch Part 2 on there, which could have been on documentary too, but whatever.
Yeah.
And he was talking about how he was reminiscent about his fuck-ups and how he shouldn't have went at Jay-Z and how he's a changed person and very reminiscent and very retrospective and shit. Then all of a sudden, you get the Black Slim Shady, which is this 30 track, well, it was 30 tracks, but it was a 30 track album and it's a 10-minute diss track and he is going at Marshall Mathers and rapping like Marshall Mathers. And it was one of those, it was like the biggest stain on this album. And I was just listening to it and I was entertained, I'll tell you that. I was really entertained. Then I was just like, what's the point? Like, everything he was saying was shit that I've heard everybody diss Eminem for. You're white, you pop pills, you white, your daughter, you're a hoe of a wife, you're white.
There was one line in there when he said, "God made you damn near perfect, but you have no soul." Wait, what? What
kind of shit is that?
But you have no soul. Do you know who this nigga is?
He said he culture vultured.
Called him it was like, wait, what?
What? The motherfucker that actually studies our culture?
Shut up,
JC.
Shut up. And then
sat in studios like, come on, man, I'm not buying this.
It was like, why did you do this? Like, why? And you went so hard for no reason. Like, Mr. Shady, don't be lazy. Shut up! Stay low. Stay low. And it was like so just like mind-boggling, and everybody on Twitter, like I'll say about 99% of everyone on Twitter was just like, dude, why are you putting this? Even people that don't like Eminem were just like, what the fuck? Even Eminem fans that did not like MGK, they're like, yo, MGK's Rap Devil was better than this.
Yeah.
And even I say that, like, dude, I go farther. Everlasting shit was better than that. Benzino's shit was better than this. Dude, how you have like the worst one?
Couldn't tell you, man.
You think M should respond?
No.
That was a rhetorical question.
Well, that's why I let Draymond answer it.
Exactly, because it was so disappointing. Like, why
didn't you just put this on You Know What It Is volume?
You should have just made it a single.
Why You Know What This Is volume 10. I don't even know if they made it up to 10, but it sounds. I want to say there was a 5, so I didn't want to mention that. But
that shit was that was very disappointing and very just like, oh my god, man. And like I said, like all the disses, like everyone that gets at M, because I'm such a fan. I know like M's rapped about everything that you rapped about. So he was only rapping about Eminem during his Kobe 8 year. He never rapped about Eminem in his 24th year, in his Kobe.
Which is when you could actually have some disses. Like if there's anything, that's when his armor wasn't Teflon anymore.
Yeah, like
you know what I mean?
But I could tell he really has not listened to M. He really didn't listen to him. So I was just like, okay.
Yeah, he didn't, because if he listened to Marshall Mathers 2, no matter how you feel about it, you would have known that Matthew was already killed off in that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, at least I'll give him credit. He don't be blasting Eminem like that. Like he stands true to his word. That's actually, he ain't telling a lie there.
Yeah, you don't listen to him. Yeah, you don't listen to him. Like you only like and the thing is, he felt like he studied M, like his first 3 albums. That's what it was. He only listened to his first 3 albums: Slim Shady, Marshall Mathers, and the Eminem Show. The way he was rapping, it was very old Eminem. Like he was trying to out-warrior the Warriors.
Right.
Like that's why a part to me wants M to respond just to show you how to do this, son. But it's like, for what? Like for what? Man, he really burned that bridge with Aftermath. He really did. And then seeing rumors about why he did it, he was like, I can't go after 50 because 50 can't rap, so I just go after Eminem.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah,
that's when I lost interest in the project. But at that point, fortunately, there was only like 7 songs left anyways. It wasn't that big of a deal.
It really wasn't. The last song, and that's the funny part, he has Universal Love that features Chris Brown and Chloe on there. He's talking about how he needs to be all peaceful and love and shit. I'm like, dude, just a few tracks before, you were just dissing Eminem and dissing his family, going on Haley's Facebook and saying, hey, can you rap? Like, bro, what are you... Dude, what? Fuck out of here, JC on.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty much, that's sad. But that's pretty much, that's Drillmatic. I hope M doesn't do that. Black Sam, thank you for blocking that shit. And it debuted at number 10, and while we're recording this, the new charts came out and it fell off the top 20. Yeah.
I wonder what it would have been like if you just left that track alone. You know? Maybe you could debut out the top 20 and then it wouldn't have been that big of a drop. I feel like that's why people tuned in.
Yeah.
Which robs the highlights of the project, because there are some highlights there.
There were some highlights. But
overall, going with 29 tracks too. Like, you know. Yeah, I'm not listening.
I'm not doing like Kanye did that with Donda, but that kind of makes sense. Like, and not a lot of people can drop 30 tracks and just make it sound listenable.
Well, I listen to that like a chore.
Yeah, that's what.
Well, no, I'm saying I listened to Yeezy like it was a chore too. So I didn't want to listen to this.
Yeah, Donda or whatever. Yeah, I get you on that one, but just get the fuck off this shit. Megan Thee Stallion, Traumazine. That's how you say it. Like that's what the album's called. It's called Traumazine.
No, Traumazine? Oh, yeah, it is. Huh?
Yeah, that's what it's called. Traumazine. This is her sophomore album. I guess it's the last one on fucking
8701 or whatever.
1501.
Why did I say 8701? Thinking of Usher's out. Shut up. Shut up. You know what the fuck I mean.
You listen to this shit and the first thing you said,
you remind me of a girl. This album, what's the best way to describe this? It frustrated me.
Improvement.
Oh, it's a massive improvement because the tracks are there. Fucking NDA, that was a great opening record. Anxiety, Flip Flop, Not Nice, Ungrateful. Those were great ass records.
Yeah.
You know, and it shows that she had some like depth to herself. You know what I mean? I like that shit. And her, that's a fucking bop. As soon as I heard that, I'm like, yeah, this is a bop. And same with Budget with Lotto, Gift and a Curse, and what's it called? And Southside Royalty Freestyle with who was on there? Sauce Walker, Lil Kiki, and who else is on there? Let me see.
Big Pokey.
Yeah, that was, and Juicy J produced that shit.
Yep.
And it goes with our theory that Juicy J needs to be the creative force behind Megan on production.
Absolutely.
And honestly, these were great records. And Wet Wine, Consistency with Jane Aiko, Miss Nasty, Star with Lucky Day. Those were great records. It was just, I just really hated how this album was sequenced. Because I was listening to it and I got frustrated. Oh yeah, there's a ESTG record on that shit too.
Right.
But I was really just, and what's his name? Rico Nasty's on a record. I was really frustrated how this was sequenced. And I was just like, if you would have sequenced it like this, like that, and the other, this would have been a massive improvement. Like, most likely her best album. But
I'm gonna go take it a step further. It wasn't just based on the track list. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna tell you why Ungrateful and the Not Nice, it's not the worst transition, but it definitely could have been improved by this one move.
What?
Put Key Glock's verse second.
Key Glock's what?
Put Key Glock's verse second instead of last.
Yeah.
Because you notice when he finishes, she jumps right back into I'm not whatever it is that she says in Ungrateful.
Yeah.
Then she goes off and then it goes into Not Nice. So there's a similar energy.
Yeah.
That energy disappears when Key Glock, and it's nothing wrong with Key Glock's delivery. His delivery was pretty dope. Yeah. But he's very laid back. Yeah. For it to go back into aggressive mode.
Or you could have put Not Nice before.
No. What I'm saying though is to get to even forget don't mess with the track list. Just look at how the features were sequenced. Lotto going after her on Budget was actually fine because then they came back and they did the duet type back and forth type deal. So that was dope. But even with the Pooh Shiesty record, I was like, should his verse have been here? But in terms of was it needed or not needed? But did it need to go where it needed was placed because it could have been shifted just to highlight her a little bit more. Yeah, you know. Rico Nasty, that collab was fire. The Scary collab. Consistency with Janae Aiko, and then Star. Some of these records just could have been pushed up earlier.
Yeah, very much so. I really liked Anxiety. That was one of my favorite ones. That was one of my favorite records on the album. But this was a huge improvement.
No, for real, she did a great job with this.
Yeah, she did a great job. It was just the sequencing I was really just frustrated with. It was just like, you got the wrong people around you. Like it was one of those, I wish I was in the studio with you sequencing this album and worked with you and see how this shit could have went. But
I wouldn't even say it's all 100% on the wrong people.
Not the wrong people.
Remember, she's still young too. Like there's still room for improvement. Yeah. So if sequencing is all, I remember after the first album, you were questioning her status. Yeah. Now in this one, if we're just talking about sequencing, but the tracks are there, then
like I see the potential. I see what's there.
Right. That's why I wasn't willing to just write her off after the first one. It's like, all right, this is the first time out. Like, let's see how this really goes.
And apparently, I guess since Nicki's still going at Cardi, I guess Nicki's going at Megan too. Supposedly. Huh. They've been sending subliminals at each other supposedly on Twitter and social media. And like her fans have been attacking Megan for whatever reason. And I was like, really, Nicki? Really, Nicki? Like, you going after Megan now? You don't deserve shit. And apparently
that's the first time I heard that. I haven't seen that.
I've been seeing it on Twitter like a lot. Like they've been sending subliminals at each other on Twitter. Huh. Because she's been questioning Megan, because I guess Nicki sent a subliminal about her album sales and shit like that. And because Nicki went #1 actually for her Freaky Girls shit.
Yeah, that single I've been hearing that places.
Yeah, like that's a record. I mean, I didn't really care. It sounded like Anaconda to me, but
that is what it is. Larry June.
Yep.
Spaceships on the Blade.
Larry June come a long way, man.
Yeah, he has. Now, was he part of HBK?
No.
But was he affiliated-ish?
Kind of, sort of. You have to ask Rossi. I don't believe he was HBK.
Not HBK, but I know he had to have been like affiliated with them, kind of. But but this Larry June just gets better, man. First there was the orange print. That was last year, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, and he's been consistent. Spaceships on the Blade. This was good shit.
He's got names on here too.
Yeah, you get 2 Chainz on that shit.
Duckworth.
Duckworth, Wallow,
Sid. I mean, I could say Currency, but we know that
Currency.
You know, him and Wiz are definitely influences on him.
He got Alchemist on there, Babyface Ray. Yeah, and
Still Booming is my joint.
And my joint on here is fucking Things You Do. That's one of my favorite records on there. Yeah, and Larry June's on Games album too.
Yeah,
but who cares? Yeah, like what's it called? Like Private Valet. Don't check. I'll say this. The only thing I don't like about Larry June's album is when he drops the gangster records, but they're always towards the end. I don't know if you ever noticed that about his albums. Like when you get to like the gangster shit. Yeah, they're always towards the end, and it doesn't suit him because he's always. I always call him Quiet Storm raps or whatever, but he always talks about how he eats healthy. He likes taking girls out on dates. He's like, I'm trying to think of he's like a rap alternative Drake, just minus the singing. Like alternative rap Drake.
What, just because you eat organic and you like to live right don't mean you can't bust a cap with somebody's ass?
I mean, I don't know. It just doesn't feel, it doesn't sound right.
I think you've been seeing the wrong kind of gangsters.
You know what the hell I mean, nigga.
He fits the common gangsters that I saw growing up to a T.
Yeah, same here. I get it.
They ain't the motherfucking loud niggas on Instagram.
I know. Maybe it's
maybe
just the songs. I just don't like the songs. Because I be in the groove and I hear that and I'm just like, I guess. And then it ends on like a kind of a swag out, pimped out, way. But it doesn't hurt the album, but it's one of those like, oh, okay, I know why you put this here. But I guess.
Nah, I mean, you think about it, like, think about Snoop and Corrupt. They ain't like all up in your face. I'm gonna do this, that, and the third. But at the same time, they also let you know, hey, I'm chill and relaxed. But if you want to bring that element here, it's here. Like that's how Larry June is. Yeah. Maybe even if you think about it, when Currency first started rapping, when he was with Young Money and No Limit, he was more on that side too.
Yeah, true.
You know what I'm saying? True. Just don't let the Jets and his son Cruz don't get it twisted. Yeah. I think it's still in Currency, but overall, this is a great project.
It really was.
This is a really, really good project.
Brand new Missouri with Duckworth. That's my shit. Still Booming with 2 Chainz. That's a great one.
Yeah.
All around. This is a really good album. Very good album.
Absolutely.
Now, DJ Khaled. Hear the horns. Like we always do. God did.
Did he?
Yeah.
You sure?
I mean, he said it. Now, this album came out literally 24 hours before we recorded.
I don't have much of a review for it because it just came out.
It literally just came out, but I can tell you about the first 3 songs.
Yeah.
Well, I skimmed it. Like the first, technically it's 2 songs I can talk about because Drake's No Secret, which if I was Khaled, I'd be like, really? Like, you came to my house and you recorded that mid Staying Alive and then No Secret, which is just... Dude, you know how many writers are on that shit? It's like 47-second record and there is, let me count, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 producers on that shit.
I don't put much stock into that because you don't know what was sampled. You don't know who, and you gotta remember when you sample, you have to credit the writers from the sample.
I get it.
So it could have been 2, 3 acts that was Drake, the writer himself, a producer, and Khaled. But because they sampled something or he interpolated something, he has to credit that. So I don't put
But it sounded like it was going to build up to something and Drake was going to really start going in. Then it just ends. And I was just like, alright. But y'all don't want to hear that shit. Let's get to the coup de grace of this shit. The title record, God Did, which should just be called
I thought you want to get the real coup de grace.
What's the real coup de grace?
Oh, come on, man. These streets know my name with Skilly Bent with all them the reggae joint. You know Khaled always good for one of them.
Of course. Of course.
That's the coup de grace right there, man.
He thought he was slick too. He put that 1, 2, 3, 4. He put that. Where did he put that record? I'm trying to look for it. Oh, you put that track 14.
Yeah.
Not track 18.
Yeah, you know, for those who pay attention to Khaled albums, track 14 was always the final track on that. And that's when
all the Jamaican folks are on that shit.
Yeah.
All the reggae folks.
Yeah.
I don't listen to and every time that's when I turn that shit off.
When you heard that, it's like,
nope.
All right.
Nah, I'm done. He really goes all out. He goes out to Jamaica and everything for that shit.
Yeah.
Nah, no, Khaled, I ain't listen to that. You got me fucked up. Who's on that shit? Let me see.
I don't think it was Burna Boy.
Let's see. It's wow. I can't even pronounce. Skilly Bang, Buji Banton, Capitan.
Yeah.
Capitan. Who I'm trying to see the performers. Thank you, Title. Thank you, Title. Yeah, SZA, Skilly Bang, Buji Banton. Damn, no Movado. Bobby Kill was on there.
Yeah, now no Movado.
Wow. That was his ace hood.
Yeah, he done did a full. That was like clearing the house for Rudy Gobert.
Anyway, nah, seriously, let's go to the real coup de grace of this shit. The title track, God Did, that featured Rick Ross, Lil Wayne, John Legend, Friday, that was his name, and Jay-Z.
Friday with an extra Y.
With an extra Y. Friday, that's why I said it like that.
Yeah.
And Jay-Z. This track has been hyped up, mainly Jay-Z's verse, because Lenny S and Young Guru came out saying this verse shows why Jay-Z is one of the greatest of all time. What's your opinion on it? Well, first, let's talk about...
I barely digested this. Like,
I know, but...
I can't even digest his full verse on one listen. That was a 4-minute... That wasn't a verse.
That was a 4-minute... That was a song that Khaled just squished on here.
That nigga had Dear Summer too.
Yeah, because Rick Ross and Lil Wayne were on there, and honestly, Rick Ross and Lil Wayne killed this shit.
Yeah.
And I felt bad for Rick Ross and Lil Wayne because it was just like, why did you put this whole verse on there? Because no one's gonna talk about their verses, which is sad.
Yeah, they didn't do anything. What did they do to you, Khaled? Yeah, it's not what they did to me. It's what God did.
It's what God did.
What the fuck does that mean, Khaled?
I mean, I've listened to it like 3 times. I was in a Spaces with Somia. Shout out to her. And other people, Rob Markman, Loki. We were all talking about this verse because all the whole Avengers were on Twitter just going, yay! And I didn't want to be that person because, because Hove is the GOAT and GOATs have stands. So I'm just going to let them enjoy it. I mean, they're saying this is one of his best verses. I mean, it's cool. I liked Drug Dealers Anonymous a lot better. I liked, what was the other one? Drug Dealers Anonymous. I liked Seen It All. What's Free verse. This was just cool because he just went for 4 minutes. I've heard Eminem go for 6 minutes. Like, it's nothing. I'm like,
JC On go for 10 minutes.
Hov went for 4 minutes. And went for 6 minutes. JC On went for 10 minutes.
Imitated both of them. Went for 10 minutes.
Could go one step or he went for 15.
Is that the formula? If you get 1-4 by Jay-Z and a 6 minute by M, does that equal 10 by Game?
I mean,
nigga did a Madden quarter.
Niggas were breaking down his fucking lyrics and decoding it, and like Guru was really just breaking it down. And I know that's your man, Guru, but man, like, I understand what Hope's saying. That, yeah, man, what he really means is this and that and the other, and it's like really deep meaning. Like, no.
No, I caught it at face value. I get it.
I get it. Like, no, like, I think even Hope is just like, when he spits it, I'm like, I really just mean that. I don't mean nothing more deep by it. But
yeah, like when you taste it, you get the culinary arts. No, it tastes like DiGiorno because it's DiGiorno.
Exactly.
But that's why I bought it. I wanted DiGiorno. Like, you don't gotta hype DiGiorno up to me, my nigga.
Exactly. Apparently, according to Khaled, like, he showed up at the studio, listened to Khaled's album, nodded his head, he said, yeah, let me take 4 tracks. Took the 1 track he wanted, rapped over it, sent it back to Khaled, and he was just like, yeah, this is what I want. Now, Khaled was an asshole because he really should not have put this. He really shouldn't have put it as track 2. Like, you had an idea what he should have did with this.
Oh, you should have broke this shit down like freebase, like the way Lil Wayne did on the Carter 4 when it was just the intro, the interlude, and the outro.
Yeah, outro.
Different rappers all over.
Yeah.
Except for that one, it was a little different because Wayne should have been involved on all of them.
Yeah.
This one, it would have made perfect sense because Khaled don't be rapping, so what the fuck's the difference?
Like, the first one should have, the opening
first one should have been Ross.
And then in the middle.
The second interlude should have been Wayne.
And then the outro. The outro should have been Hov, and it was 4 minutes. It would have been perfect. And it would have made sense because that would have forced people kind of to listen to the album.
Right.
And then, you know.
I just thought it was funny that it's 2022 and people are still figuring out that Hov just doesn't mean God tier MC. Like, yeah, we know nigga hustler on Virginia. We get it. Out of Virginia. Like, we know.
Like, people are going like, damn, he's 52 and he still raps like this. I'm like, yeah, Rakim can still rap it like this if he wants to. KRS One can still rap like this if he wants to.
I'm not taking anything away from the greatness. It's a great, like, this is a masterclass of a verse. Mm-hmm. When people are talking about Jay, like, they talking like an athlete. Mm-hmm. Like, fam, this is not the same basketball.
Yeah, I love Hov.
You're supposed to be dunking. You're supposed to be doing 360 flips artistically at this point.
Exactly.
If you're dedicated to the craft like that.
Yeah, exactly.
But they're making it sound like, oh, he shouldn't be doing this. Why? Why shouldn't he be doing this? You ever see Boney James before?
Shit.
He still does shit with that damn horn. I don't understand. But I don't say he shouldn't be doing this.
Seriously.
He's a craftsman.
Exactly. And Hov just does this because he just want to remind people who he is, because he saw his wife taking up all the spotlight. He was like, no, I'm Jay-Z. I gotta remind people who I am. That's pretty much what it was. He was hearing how people were loving Beyonce's shit. He's probably like, I wrote that.
Nigga said, this ain't Renaissance. I've been the sauce.
I've been the sauce. Yeah, that's probably what it was. He saw all the love for his wife's album. He was like, I want people to talk about me too. Yeah. I'm gonna rap for 4 minutes. Yeah, that's gonna get people talking.
This is his Me Too verse.
Stupid. I mean, it was Hov's happily ever after raps. That's what this is. That's what he's been rapping for the past few years. It's been very happily ever after. And someone tried to argue with me on Twitter saying, no, it's not. You really have to listen to it. Like, dude, he said Hov did. That's how he opened this shit up.
Should let you know he talking this shit.
He's talking his shit. Like, this is happy ever after raps. Like, and I was saying, in the spaces, I was all saying, like, people want Jay-Z to drop another album. I was like, for what? What does he have to talk about now? Like, honestly.
Well, I don't believe in that.
But but from my perspective, from surface level shit, I mean, he's rich. He's a billionaire, has successful businesses, has an icon of a wife, has 3 kids. He's already
just named 4 or 5 topics. I would definitely want to hear an album about that.
He's already talked about it.
No, he talked about cheating on his wife.
No, but I mean, he's already kind of talked about it.
Not in this realm.
I guess.
He ain't dropped an album as a 50-year-old. He hasn't done that.
Yeah.
For all else, it's different when you dropping raps as a 50-year-old and then explaining all that stuff.
Yeah, I get you.
You know what I mean? Like, so that's fair. I want to hear that.
Grown. Like, he's. It's like,
Wayne got my Raisin brand. Kids ate my shit.
I mean, I was like 444 kind of. Like, I mean.
I looked at my kids and said, you know who I am? They said, we don't care about that no more. like you don't want to hear about him getting disrespected in his own house and shit like that. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Interesting.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. There's different avenues that he could tap into because to the fan base, it's, oh my God, it's Jay-Z. Blue don't give a fuck.
Exactly. His family.
Blue like, well, hey, okay, that's cool. Where's the credit card at? I gotta go make some payments to help your wife with choreography.
It was just crazy. It was just crazy how Guru was going off on this verse, like his long time engineer, and I was like, low key, he was pointing this shit out. He was like, yo, he's recorded Hov so many times. There's so much shit on his hard drive, and for him to be impressed on that, like, what else is on that damn hard drive? Like, I'm still shocked he's never dropped like a lost tapes. Because probably it's not up to par for him, so it's just like, I don't know. But other than that,
because his lost tapes aren't lost.
Hey. But other than that, I mean, it was a great record. And honestly, at that point, I damn near wanted to turn the song off. And the album, yeah. I wanted to turn the album off because then after that, I saw Use This Gospel remix that featured Kanye and Eminem, produced by Dre, and I was like, oh, okay. And it's pretty much Use That Gospel that was on Jesus is King. This is pretty much from the Dre remix album of Jesus is King. That's pretty much what it was. And they flipped up the verse. Kanye still does the hook, and instead of the clips, it's Eminem, and Eminem is rapping like Lil Ray.
What was that? I mean, on the Eminem show, he said, "I'd rather put out a motherfucking gospel record." That was 20 years ago. 20 years later, he rapped about Jesus.
A gospel record. It was a dope verse, but this was such a strange collaboration.
It was so surreal. It was kind of
this would have been like Kirk Franklin on a strip club anthem.
And I think you were more shocked he wasn't cussing.
I wasn't shocked by that. I was just like, oh, it's a song that he's not cursing.
It's been a long time since we heard an Eminem song where
it's just so strange.
Random.
It's just random, man. I don't... nobody did anything wrong. It's one of those ones where it's like, yeah, nobody did wrong, but
nobody asked for this.
That's basically what it boils down to.
I knew exactly what it. Dude, it's funny. Before I left, I was like on YouTube. Like came over. I was on YouTube and I looked on the screen and I saw reaction videos. People going like, "Oh, Eminem sent a warning to Game." No, this shit came out. They recorded that shit two years ago. That was in 2020 when Game. That's when M recorded this shit for the Jesus is King remix album produced by Dre. That's just in the vault. And that shit ain't never going. You never gonna hear that shit.
Right.
So. But after that, I turned the album off. You listened to it, so how was what were the songs, the highlighted songs that you listened to? From
Big Improvement. I mean, I can't name it because this is the first. Bro, I listened to this shit when I was at work. There's so much I could catch. Mm-hmm. Not bad though. I mean, not bad in comparison to the last album. Last album, I was like, all right, that's going.
I mean, I like Jadakiss interlude. I did listen to that Jadakiss's interlude. That was pretty fire.
I mean, the Future and Lil Baby record is one of those ones where you're like, okay, neither one of them wanted this on either of their projects. They gave that there. Dirk, 21 Savage. I mean, if you're familiar with those collaborations, you know. Mm-hmm. Quavo and Takeoff are here.
Yeah, it was a party all the time. I remember hearing that sample.
Yeah. Of course, you got Staying Alive. But the Beautiful record with Future and SZA, and that's not me saying, oh, there's a beautiful record. Like, title track, Beautiful.
Yeah.
Future says that was a good one. Mm-hmm. Let's Pray with Don Toliver and Travis Scott. You could tell that one was, neither one wanted that on either of their projects.
So they just gave it to Khaled?
But it's not horrible either.
Okay, it's like in the middle.
Right. Lotto and City Girls was okay. It was just okay. I've heard both of them at their best. In terms of Lotto and City Girls.
Everyone was talking about that 21 Savage. Like he
spazzed. He spazzed the fuck out. Mm-hmm. Like we heard what he did on Wave Bounce Funk or Funk Wave Bounce.
Yeah.
Volume 2. Mm-hmm. We heard what he did there. It's here. All right, just deliver the album now.
Yeah,
it's time. He got a Juice WRLD track on here, and Juice WRLD did. So this is my problem with this. Like, come on, man. Like,
I know.
Come on.
Yeah, I know. This is my first time seeing that.
Rest in peace, Juice WRLD. But come on, man.
I did like Jadakiss's interlude.
That was great.
And what about Grateful?
It ends the album.
Okay.
I thought there was more coming up after, and it just ended, and I was like, do I press play again because there's something else? Did my watch freeze?
It just ended?
No, it didn't just end. There's a nice transition out. It's one of the slower records. So it's like, I don't think he's gonna end this album on a slow. Oh, he did. Okay. All right.
Shit. Yeah.
I got you choked up. Huh?
I know, right?
Exactly how I was when I was looking for it. Like, wait, where's the last track?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
it's you know.
It's funny because DJ Khaled was on Game's album and he said God did. So
yeah.
It was French Montana. So I was like, damn. So Khaled didn't even want Game on your album.
I don't think God had anything to do with that Drillmatic project.
Huh?
I don't think God had anything to do with that Drillmatic project.
Nope. I mean, I gotta give it to Khaled, man. Like he was. People said it was like a perfect rollout. Like, no, it wasn't. It's the same shit he always does.
A perfect rollout because he just announced it within 3 days.
Yeah.
Didn't give people time to react to it.
I think Father of Assad was his best rollout. The one with the Nipsey record. That was his best rollout.
Yeah.
With the whole.
He had a video for every single damn track.
And he has videos for this shit, except for the main records everybody wants.
Yeah.
Shit. Well, I got something stuck in my throat.
Pause.
I know, right? But anyway, besides that, well, you feel that was hope? No, you just got done listening to it.
I can't. Like, that's the thing too. People just want to react to a moment too. Mm-hmm. I mean, you're fair to do that, but I just listened to this, and it's not even like it's a 16 where I can just keep rewinding and rewinding and rewinding.
It was a 4 minute.
This is a song within a song.
I still don't understand why he did that. That's the one thing that just boggles me. Like what? And then there's a huge amount of people that as soon as they heard that track, they didn't listen to the rest of the album.
Well, I'm not mad that he did it.
Yeah.
I'm talking about the reaction.
Yeah.
Alive over there? You good?
Oh, yeah.
You staying alive?
Staying alive. No,
not you. Nigga allergic to Khaled's album.
No, yeah, pretty much.
God did these allergies.
God did.
My allergies.
Nah, I got a chip stuck in my throat. Yeah.
No, but I'm not upset with. There's nothing wrong with the verse. I'm more so just kind of side eyeing people when it's like, oh, this is the greatest verse, and you got to compare it to this. Fam, you just woke up to this verse. Knock it off.
It's mainly the whole stands doing that shit, man.
Stop it.
That's pretty. And they're no different than Drake stands. Drake stands.
I get the stand-up. I understand that. There's. You can talk about it in that range, but like when we like, I don't know, just pulling up trying to compare a 4-minute verse to something that he's done over years of time that's in the traditional sense.
Like any real Hov fan would be like me. Everyone was just like, I've heard this from him before.
Yeah, he's capable.
He's capable.
He does this on features recently.
He was in a mood, and he was just like, I'm just gonna go here and remind people what I'm doing, and I'm gonna leave, and that's what he did.
You know, he definitely rapped this over Beyonce's mic.
Yeah,
definitely said. He said, "Nah, that's that 444 shit. Give me your shit.
Give me your shit." Yeah, he went over there. He just felt away. He was just like, everyone's talking about my wife. I don't like that.
Yeah,
I gotta put the spotlight. I want to share the spotlight because I'm Jay-Z.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Give me that Act 1 mic.
Give me that. Apparently, when
give me that Act 1 mic so I can act brand new.
That shit still sound like a motherfucker. Apparently, when it comes to that, they were saying Act 2 might come out around Christmas.
That's what I expected.
A whole other. They say this is a whole other album, and I'm just like, they say they're trying to bump her chances to get nominated for the Grammys and shit.
But don't the Grammys and
the deadline? No, it's not gonna nominate Act 2. It's just pretty much like
they just remind people, hey, Act 1 was out.
It might increase her chances. That's what the rumors. That's what the industry insiders were saying.
Gotcha.
So they say right now it's her and Adele, and I'm like, until Taylor Swift comes out.
It's a dangerous strategy to go in December when everybody's checked out.
Beyonce did that once. She did it with her self-titled. That's when the self-titled shit dropped.
You notice the self-titled one ain't necessarily towards the top of people.
No,
as it's aged. I mean, no, not as it's aged. I'm not talking about content-wise.
Oh.
But you remember she dropped and people were like, she ain't gonna be Ashanti.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I'm not saying that there was credence or reason to use that argument.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just saying when you drop in December, you get those arguments.
Yeah, I know.
You don't get to shut those down because everybody's in buy now mode for the holidays.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But man, I'm surprised she hasn't. And they're still waiting for the They're still waiting for the visuals. Like, she was an asshole. She dropped a teaser trailer for like the first song. And these motherfuckers ain't stopping me. And it was like 1:40 of just visuals. And then it just ends and it goes to the fucking audio. And I was just like, Beyonce. What?
She did it for Break My Soul too.
Yeah, that one. No, that was clickbait. That shit was hilarious. Yeah. That one was hilarious. No, this one was a lot longer. This was like 2 minutes.
Oh, gotcha.
That shit was like 2 minutes. And then it went, okay, never mind. This is just a teaser. Like, what? Nigga.
She did the power thing?
Pretty much, yeah. Anyway, we'll continue with this albums. Another album that dropped same time as Khaled. It was a lot better than Khaled. I actually listened to the whole album.
No, I wouldn't. I would be very surprised if this album was of lower caliber than God did.
I know, but God did.
So that's not saying. While you're saying something, that's not saying much.
Yeah, but JID dropped his sophomore album, The Forever Story. I only listened to this once. I have to go back and listen to this shit because again, it dropped literally right before we recorded. This was very good, extremely good. Fucking Crack Sandwich, which was pretty much like a story track. That was fire. Surround Sound, which came out last year with 21 Savage and Baby Tate. That was fired. Cody Blue 31. That record when he was singing on there. That's my shit.
Yeah.
Fucking Lil Durk was rapping on what's it called? Broda and Them?
Broda and Them. Like My Brother and Them?
Yeah, My Brother and Them. Yeah, that shit was fucking fire. Ari Lennox on Can't Make You Change was fire. Nigga had You Say Bay, a.k.a. Mos Def on Stars.
Mm-hmm.
He had Lil Wayne rapped his ass off on Just in Time. Oh my God.
Did you double take when you saw the feature on the last track?
Aaron Allen Kane.
I don't know what one you're looking at.
Are you looking at Better Days?
The last track.
I'm looking at the last track.
No, you can't be looking at the last track.
But track 15, right?
Lauder 2.
Yeah, Lauder 2, yeah.
I'm talking about the feature.
I'm looking at the feature.
Raven.
Who's Raven?
Our Raven out here?
Raven Justice?
That's what I'm saying. That's why I double took.
Oh.
That's why I was asking. Did you double take?
I didn't double take that.
Yeah,
no.
I saw Raven and I was like, wait a minute. And I saw them. I was like, oh, okay.
No, I didn't double take at all. I saw the name. I was like, oh, okay. But apparently that wasn't supposed to be the last track. 2007, which is on YouTube. Yeah, that was the last track, but he didn't clear the sample in time. Right. I don't know what it is, but he better clear that fucking sample because that
ain't up to him, bro.
I know. He needs to find a way.
It ain't about better. Just let it be, because it was a
perfect
that one clear.
It was a perfect outro too. That's the thing. J. Cole talked at the end and shit.
Right.
It was the perfect outro.
Yeah.
Track 15's cool, but
just buy the album and just download the track.
I know. It's just, I was gonna do that anyway, but it's just the principle. But all around, like, I'm gonna go back and re-listen to it. I don't really have a perfect assessment of it, but I really loved what I heard.
This one just came out too, but I will say it's JID. You know, there's not much to be said. JID.
Yeah,
I already had a good listening experience with surround sound. Dance Now was a record that just popped up on YouTube, so I heard that. I'm gonna be revisiting this one. I just don't have a lot to say because I only had one listen. It just came out.
Literally.
I'm not gonna give a review of something that just came out off of one listen.
So when we come back, we'll probably give a proper review, maybe.
Or we'll not talk about it like Lost in Rhythm.
Shit, man.
Lost in Rhythm. Wait, you niggas lost the rhythm.
No, you know who's really lost it is fucking Freddie Gibbs and Benny the Butcher.
Oh wait, there's still a couple more.
Oh yeah, you got one more.
I want to give a shout out to Tink.
Oh yeah, she did drop it out.
Tink dropped Pillow Talk. Hitmaker's laced all over that production wise.
Hitmaker.
She was talking her talk. Tink just she's great.
Yeah, 2 Chainz was on that shit too.
That was a killer collaboration.
Oh nice, damn 2 Chainz. He was in the right studio.
Yeah. 2 Chainz is on Cater. Do you have any familiarity with that?
Who?
They flipped a lot of good samples on here.
Really?
The track is called Cater. Think about it.
Cater to You. With
there you go.
Child, yeah.
Yeah. That's the sample.
Oh, nice.
That's what I'm saying. Nice collab with Money Long. You see the title track there? Mine.
What's the track?
Think of the sample. We're way past the 90s now.
Oh, Boy's Mine.
Yep.
Even just damn, you know how far when you just heard when you heard the strings, I knew exactly what it was.
Yep.
Damn, I'm old as fuck.
Yeah, no, they did a lot of great sampling on here.
Oh, okay.
Shout out to Tink and then shout out to Tank.
Tank?
Tank dropped an album.
Oh yeah, he did, huh? How was that?
R&B Money was pretty damn good.
It was like vintage R&B?
No, his day in his bag. Jay Valentine's on here.
Ooh.
Chris Brown's on here.
Ooh.
Vito's on here.
Ooh.
Dre from Power's on here. Rotimi.
So that's like Tyrese or T-Verse?
No, that's T-Verse.
Okay.
He don't like Tyrese.
I mean, yeah.
He don't like Genuine.
I know.
You see when they said Genuine look like Quagmire these days?
Same old. He just does that little shit and winks at you like, nigga, what were you doing? Anyway.
Yeah, now that was a good project though.
Okay.
But the one I really want to highlight is the Soil Zone.
Hey.
One of the hometown guys. Rex Life Raj.
Yeah, this album came out like a few weeks ago. Yeah. I was been meaning to listen to it. That's the thing. That's the crazy part about it. I've been meaning to listen to it.
Actually came out last month.
Yeah.
That's why I got mad at Rossi. I texted Rossi. I was like, why didn't you tell me about this? And he's like, my bad. I thought you heard. And I was like, no.
Yeah, I heard Beauty and the Madness. That featured Wale and Fireboy DML.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've heard that one. Yeah.
This album is talking about a man. It's basically talking about him dealing with very, very serious life changes. And then how depression took over from that. For those who aren't familiar with Rex Life Raj, both his parents passed away within a 3-month span.
Damn.
Then this is a beautifully done album about mental health and healing. That's what I appreciate about this project. Very, 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 very well done. I mean, I'm sitting in my work cell trying to hold back tears. That's how well done this was. Okay. This is definitely a project that I would have no problem putting in my top 10 if I actually sat down and thought about my top 10 at the end of the year.
Yeah, I gotta go.
Very, very, very well
I've been
done.
meaning to go back to this.
So for those who are familiar with him, how he rapped on, I forgot which publication for his freestyle. Can't remember if that was Hot 97. The one that's been up recently. You'll get those kind of bars from him, but it's not that on this project. This is a very
R&B neo soul.
No. This is an album for healing.
Oh, so it's kind of like,
this is very introspective.
Is it like Big Steppers or kind of ish, like therapeutic? I agree. Like,
I wouldn't even call it therapeutic. I mean, it's probably, I don't even know if it's therapeutic for him. This is just something he had to get off his chest, and I understand. He even said at one point, I think it's in the opening track, he even said, he goes, I dread the day I gotta tour this album. So, you know, it sets the tone for letting you know where his mental state is at the time that this was created. The vulnerability was very much appreciated. He was honest. He didn't hold anything back. I don't want to compare it to Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers because this in itself is its own project. Yeah. So to do that because if I get my honest opinion, this is a lot more easier to listen to than Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers.
I mean, obviously, yeah. Because I remember the Wale record. That one was pretty smooth.
Right. So to me, it's not about the smoothness of it as much as it is the authenticity and what he's explaining. And this is not for people that if you're going through something, don't sit on it. Don't hide. You know, allow yourself to feel, but allow yourself also to be reached out to. Reach out as well. He just goes through it, and then the interludes that go into it with this project, it's very, very crushing. So yeah, but overall, this was beautifully well done.
I got
Rex Life Raj is just he's that guy.
What part of the Bay he's from?
East Bay.
East Palo Alto? Not Palo Alto.
Palo Alto's Peninsula, bro.
No, that's not. I'm not thinking of Palo Alto. I'm thinking of. Shut up.
Come on.
What are you talking about? Shut up.
You the one that said it, not me.
I know, but I'm thinking of the city. Daly City.
Daly City is not East Bay, brother. What is you?
Next subject.
You keep snitching on yourself.
Lost in the rhythm.
No, you're not. Shut up! What are you talking about? I gave you East Bay and just was going to leave it at that. You went all the way to the peninsula.
I was thinking Daly City and shit.
I was like, what are you talking about?
I was thinking Daly City. I was trying to say Daly City.
No, that ain't it.
Where's he from?
Berkeley. I just left it at East Bay. You kept going to the peninsula. I'm like, why are you going over there?
It's the wine talking.
I don't know. I don't think you know your way around outside of Lake Cunningham.
Yes. Shut up! Shut up! Say it in my face! Stay out! Speaking of people that need to shut up, Freddie Gibbs and Benny the Butcher need to shut up. These niggas are in their damn late 30s, 40s and shit and beefing. Like, dude, like I don't know what this.
That's why you want them to stop. Because they're in their late 30s, early 40s beefing.
No, how they're doing
late 30s, early 40s beef is great.
No, but the way they're doing it is just really just like it's corny now. Like,
how's it corny? One nigga says something, another one gets punched in the eye,
and then stole his chain. And then fucking posted it on social media, and then just they're trying to out petty each other. And then it got to the point where a few days ago, Benny the Butcher posted what's his name, Freddie's girl who's on OnlyFans, like sucking dick or whatever. And everyone was just like, okay, why'd you post that, bro? And even his girl was going like, oh, no wonder I got more subscribers. And it was just like, but then
you helped him profit. You're gonna embarrass him, but Gibbs already knows about it. Like,
yeah, I was like, dude, what are you doing? But it was the funniest shit because Gibbs posted on his Instagram, like Benny's like hair was all pushed back, and he put, the barber's coming, nigga. I was like, okay, that was funny. The barber's coming, nigga.
What's his name on Force? Cousin what?
I know what you're talking about. I forgot his name. It's been a while since I watched Force.
I will say that when they jumped him, he didn't even have to get into character when he went on set.
They
fixed his eye for him.
Yeah, he was himself.
Yeah,
but it was just,
and that hurts to say because you know how I feel about Gibbs.
Yeah, it was just. It's just weird.
Why you want that? That's why you want them to stop.
I want them to go on record and do it. Stop the social media shit. Just go on record and do it.
You're talking about two petty ass motherfuckers. Well, I know Gibbs to be petty.
I
knew this beef had nothing to do with record. That's the thing. I knew when it came to Gibbs. I explained this.
Yeah.
I said if you're going off of bars, then cool, you could give give Benny the upper hand.
Yeah.
So, but this beef ain't about bars. Yeah, somebody gonna go low and personal, and it ain't gonna be Benny.
Oh no,
it's gonna be Gibbs.
And then he tried. And the thing was, I was looking at. Then he posted some shit about him going to. Who's the dude that died? His manager's grave or whatever. He said he was gonna go to his grave. Some shit like that. Griselda's manager.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, he said
I didn't know about that.
Yeah,
well, I didn't know about the phrasing.
Yeah, it was something about he's gonna visit his grave or some shit like that. And then like a few days later, Benny just posts that shit, and everyone's like, "Dude, why did you post that?" That's how everyone felt like, "Dude, why did you do that?" Like everyone just looking at Benny like, "Dude, you're being corny right now."
Would you feel it's age appropriate if them niggas put Bluetooth sets in their ears?
Bluetooth.
This is the uncle beef.
That's what they do, though. They really.
This uncle beef, nigga.
Yeah, this uncle beef, nigga. The butcher coming, nigga.
It's for the uncles. Maybe that's why I like it. I'm a
you're an uncle, so yeah, you like them uncle barbershop like fucking talks and shit like that.
You the type of nigga to shit in the bed and blame the baby. You know what I'm saying? Motherfucker got diarrhea at the mouth.
Diarrhea at the mouth, man. Shit in the baby. Ah, fucking. Speaking of just tattletale ass niggas, this nigga Irv Gotti. This nigga.
One of the, I like BET's docuseries on these labels.
Yes.
But seeing the snippets on Drink Champs is why I have yet to watch this.
Yeah.
I didn't even watch the Drink Champs because I just saw the snippets. I'm like, he's still on this?
Yeah, this is, I guess he was promoting the Murder Inc. docuseries. Same shit that they did with Rough Riders and what was the other one?
Cash Money.
No
Limit.
No Limit. They didn't do
Bad Boy. Death Row.
They didn't do a Cash Money one.
Yes, they did.
BET.
Yes, they did.
They did a Cash Money one?
Yeah.
They did a Bad Boy one?
Bad Boy and Death Row were like the first two.
Oh, wow. Well, anyway, we all know the story about Death Row and Cash Money. But anyway, yeah, they did the one. This is the one on Murder Inc. I guess I saw part 2.
Did they do Cash Money? Let me see.
No, I don't think they did Cash Money. I think that was iTunes that did that.
BET.
Because I know they did Rough Riders. They did No Limit. But anyway.
Death Row was the first one.
Oh, okay. We all know that shit. But this one, the Murder Inc. one, they were pretty much talking. They talked to Ja, they talked to Black Tie, they talked to Charlie Baltimore. They pretty much talked to everyone involved in Murder Inc. except for Ashanti. And I was just like, okay. And I only saw part 2. Like part 2 was like, I literally just stumbled on it. I was like, oh yeah, this is on. And I was watching it, and Irv Gotti talked about when he met Ashanti and how his wife kicked him out the fucking house and shit like that for cheating. And this nigga Irv Gotti talks about when he first met Ashanti and when she was recording at the studio a lot and shit like that. And he gets to the point where he was like, yeah, man, like our friendship was really close and blah, 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 blah. And then one day, like, we was recording all night. She needed a ride home. So, yeah, I gave her a ride home. And all of a sudden, she was at the door. And I just grabbed her ass and just kissed her like, mwah. That's how I'm doing it. That's how he did it. Push a button.
I can't. What I want to press ain't even on the board. I gotta find what I really want to press now. Well, I want to press ain't even on the motherfucking board. This is what I want to press, my nigga. Like, hold up. He said, "Say that again, please."
So he drove Ashanti home. And then he was just like, yeah, man. So after that, I just grabbed her by the ass and kissed her like, mwah. Like that's how he did it. Just mwah.
Okay. Yeah, that's what he did. And I was just like, okay. And then they talked about other shit that went on. They talked about when they signed they were about to sign Nas to Murder Inc. Of course. And that's probably honestly the biggest what if when you think about sports in terms of free agency signings and trades and what if.
Yeah.
That's actually probably the biggest what if.
Yeah, if he signed the Murder, because he was like, yeah, Nas got the streets, Ja Rule got the charts, and Ashanti got the R&B stuff. So I wanted to cover it all. And
well, it ain't just about covering it all. Like, no, I understand.
Yeah.
What he's also leaving out is Nas is very reputable and can help withstand a beef. Mm-hmm. And what beef would I be speaking about?
You talking about the 50 shit?
Everything.
Yeah.
So now how does Eminem respond to that now?
Exactly. That's exactly.
You see what I mean? That is why it's probably arguably that's why it's probably arguably the biggest what if, not in terms of them winning that, but just in terms of how M views Nas.
Now, the other part of that was this was still in the grips of the whole Jay-Z and Nas beef, and they talked to Jay-Z on this shit too. And Jay-Z said flat out when he saw that, he said like, yeah, he was trying to sign Nas, but he was still beefing with Jay-Z. Like, even though Takeover and Ether, that shit was over with, the beef was kind of quote unquote over. They still didn't like each other. Right. And he was looking at Irv like, word? And the way Jay talked about it was so matter-of-factly. He was going like, you said you're going to take over, like, take out everybody. I'm talking about, I thought it was like people on that side. But you meant everybody, including me. Oh, okay. He said it just like, look, oh, that's how I got to treat you now. Okay. That's pretty much how he said it. And I was just like, and then after that, like, Hov started doing collaborations with 50. Then y'all remember he was on the 8 Mile soundtrack. Then I remember he did the Watcher 2 when he said that little subliminal to Ja Rule. Remember that? Yep. I was like, oh, so that's why he did that, because Irv was doing that shit with Nas. Oh, that makes sense. But the funniest part of that whole shit was Irv was talking about how they wanted to take out everybody and shit. He was telling Nas about how they want to take out in the streets, take out everybody. And then Nas was just like, yo, we might get killed for this. And then Irv goes and says, yeah, they, you know, who gives a shit? We're going to go out, if that's the case, we go out like martyrs and shit. He's like, yeah, I was out of line for that.
What kind of shit is that?
What?
That's what he said.
I want to be shook so bad.
Yeah. He said that. He's like, yeah, I was out of line for that.
You might as well put Ja in the passenger seat and start driving. What the fuck is wrong with you?
They talked about Clap Back for a bit, and they were saying it was like Too Little Too Late. And then it was talking about, yeah, they were talking about when 50 was going after them and how, like, I don't know.
Bro, you want to know how old that, you know how far Too Little Too Late it was?
It was like 2 years after that, right?
No. I can tell you the time frame of that. Mm-hmm. Their version of Hail Mary came out when I was in 8th grade.
That was 2003. Yep, you're right.
Clap Back, still 2003. I was a freshman in high school at that point.
It was too little.
Far too little. Like, what are you talking about? Far too little, too late. Like, I was in two different frames at that point.
Mm-hmm. It was months.
I was the top of middle school when that shit started, and then I was at the bottom of high school when that shit's like. Mm-hmm. What are you talking about? Mm-hmm. Too little, too late.
Yeah, I remember that. And they were talking about how
they tried treating that shit like it was the fucking bubble.
And he was
like, we just gonna resume this, and everybody just gonna remember it's the same. No, it's not the same year, nigga.
Folks from Reminisce, they were talking about 50 and and he was talking about how he was trying to blackball 50, and Irv was like, yeah, in hindsight, I should have let him sign to Sony. Because he was going over to talk to Sony, and I called up Tommy Mottola and said, hey, man, if you sign him, I ain't fucking with you. But then after that, he fell in Eminem's lap. Yep. I couldn't call Eminem. He was the hottest rapper at the time. And on top of that, Dr. Dre's backing him.
Oh, wait, Irv Gotti said Eminem was the hottest rapper at the time? Makes you wonder how people tried to change history.
It was funny because he was talking about how him and John had the charts and shit, but he was like, yeah, he was one of the he said he was one of the hottest rappers.
Hey, people make it sound like he was just there.
Yeah, I know, right? Yeah. He's like, and I can't punk Eminem because he got Dr. Dre.
I wish I could just be there for 10 million going Diamond. Diamond was just there.
He has 2 greatest hits albums that's still on the charts.
Yeah.
Literally they're both still in the top 40, which both versions called 1 and 2. Right. Nigga.
Greatest hits. More greatest hits.
And he's on DJ Khaled shit.
Not so greatest hits.
Like gospel record.
Yeah. You got the greatest hits and the not so greatest hits.
And it's they got the greatest hits and the not so greatest hits.
No, that's not what I said. You got the greatest hits and the not so greatest hits. You gotta say it all like a pimp named Slickback, like a Tribe Called Quest. You say the whole thing.
You got the greatest hits and then the not so greatest hits. Even though that's the best way to describe it. They all went platinum. I looked at every single one of them, and I was just like, that went platinum?
Even if it's Spotify platinum, nigga, it's still platinum.
I was surprised he didn't put Kill Shot on there, because that shit went platinum overseas. Like, honestly. I went and listened to it. Actually, when I was at work, I listened to it was like this 2 discs. I was listening to it, and I was like, yo, he really was rapping. And there was certain songs he didn't even put on here, like Remade You from Relapse. He didn't put that shit on there. He knew better. Right. He put all the rapping records on there. But anyway, yeah, back to the Murder Inc. shit. It was quite interesting. It ended right when the Feds showed up. That's where it ended.
That was part 3?
That was part 2.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, part 3 is next week.
Why are they ending part 2 when the Feds show up? That's basically the end of Murder Inc.
No, because they had to rent us. They were talking about what happened with him and Shanti, and he went so in depth.
There was so much history of Murder Inc. before the feds showed up.
Oh yeah, the second one. Part one was like the week before. I didn't watch it.
You would think the feds would show up at the end of part 3 or the start or the end of part 4.
I thought that shit too. Yeah, and that's another thing they talked about. They talked about how Irv was putting all his energy into Ja Rule and Ashanti and his relationship with Ashanti and shit. And the other artists like Charlie Baltimore and
Cadillac Ty, Black Child.
Yeah, you mean Black Ty? What was it? No,
Cadillac Ty and Black Child.
Yeah,
that's why he said Mitsubishi Ty and Crack Child.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, they were kind of at first when they saw Ashanti blow up, they're like, okay, we get it, but he was literally ignoring them. Because he was putting all
niggas was only showing up on the damn compilations. Mm-hmm. And they only had 2 compilations.
Yeah,
I mean they had the Dysfunctional Family soundtrack for Eddie Griffin on Death Row, but that was a Death Row release.
Yep,
they just were featured on there.
Yeah, and they were getting kind of frustrated because it was just like, bruh, you putting all your energy into Ashanti, but you're not focused on us. Like we're a label. Like the fuck.
He had a good roster too. I mean, it wasn't. It's not like. I mean, I understand Ja Rule and Ashanti getting the shine like that, but Vita wasn't no slouch. I mean, you can say what you want about Charlie Baltimore, but she could at least put songs together.
Bitch looked like she died last week. Pale as fuck.
You can say what you want about Cadillac Ty and Black Child, but they at least deserve to at least do a duo album.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Chink Santana, albeit not the best name.
It was funny. They all said like they knew the jig was up, but after the fucking remember that video of Ashanti and Ja Rule? Was it Wonderful? Everyone love it when you see me, baby. Your look, the Grease shit.
Oh, no, Wonderful was with
him. Yeah.
I wonder if he performs that at his concert in jail.
How he performed that shit?
No, how he performs that in jail. How's that? How's that for? If it wasn't for the money, I wonder, would you still love me? Would you still want me? All I need. Yeah, that's another way you can't. Well, I guess I could play that one.
You can play that.
It ain't that bad.
It's not that bad.
It ain't that nasty. He asked me. That's his. You know, he can't read, so that's his 12 questions.
How he did that shit was...
Did you catch what I'm saying?
Yeah,
that's his 12 questions.
It was really crazy how you think, you're gonna have a money cause you
doing a run-on sentence for a fucking hook? What's wrong with you? This is a sick Negro.
Whether for the money cause you
I wonder. And they named that shit Wonderful. This nigga really can't read.
This nigga can't read.
He can't read.
Oh, can he can't read? Woo, shit. That was funny.
They really named that shit Wonderful.
That song was pretty hot, and 50 Cent dissed R. Kelly for no reason. Just before it was after the tape.
50 was so hot, I allowed him to get a cheap shot on him, my uncle.
Charlie when he went at
Bobby Brown.
I
think it was Banks that went at him.
Yeah,
Lloyd Banks went at him in What Goes Up What Comes Around.
Yeah, I remember. That was a fire ass record.
Yeah, because that's when he said Ashanti got the sideburns thicker than his. That's when Lloyd Banks said that. Yeah. But when he said, "Come on, Ja, you put a fucking crackhead on your single," I was like, I'm gonna let that slide.
Yeah, that was around the time period where 50 was going at anybody that collaborated with Ja.
Yeah.
He did, like when New York, I will never forget when New York came out. I saw Fat Joe, I saw Jadakiss, and I was like, watch 50 diss them niggas. Lo and behold, Piggy Bank came out, he dissed them niggas.
New York, this is how sadistic 50 was. The song was about New York. And 50 came out with a diss so powerful that New York started beefing with themselves.
50 nuts, man.
Song was supposed to be about unity.
Yeah.
In unison, everybody moving together, and this nigga 50 said, nah, fuck that shit.
Fuck that shit, you a job.
So then niggas started picking sides.
As soon as I saw that, I was like...
That shit was so toxic, a nigga from the West Coast chose them niggas over 50. And 50 was signing his shit and making his songs.
And 50 beefed with them. 50's a sick Negro. Still love that man. He was about his principle. It was a principle. Like you sound.
Nah, that's what I appreciate with 50.
Yeah, like you know.
The thing with 50 is that 50 really doesn't respond unless he's provoked. If you really go back and look at history,
everyone he goes at,
because he wasn't going to go at Murder Inc. He wasn't going to do it till they went and did that radio show, Irv and Ja. Was that in the docuseries? Because they should have put that in there.
They did not talk about the Source interview. That's when they went at him. It was that Source interview.
Right.
And he said, I'll never forget, though, he was like, if 50 comes at me, I'll take that whole label down. I don't care if it's M or Dre. When as soon as he said that, I was like, oh, why'd you say that?
Yeah.
You just opened it up. And that's when M went at you. That's when Dre went at you. That's when, man, that was a time period when everyone was bullying Ja Rule. Then I do give him credit for loose change. Ja went out in a blaze of glory, but that was, and he got at M. M, you claim your mother's a crackhead and Kim's a known slut, so what's Haley gonna be when she grows up? Murder! That was hard.
That was a hard drop.
That was a hard line. Drop. And that pissed off him. What you ever say my little girl's name? What you ever say my little girl's name? You fucking butt pussy. He went hella white. Nothing.
Ecstasy that got you all emotional and mushy. Wait, ecstasy? Wait.
They did mention that though. They said he was popping pills. They said Irv was popping pills.
He should have just been out here in the Bay. He was saying that shit like it wasn't a normal Tuesday out here.
Yeah, really. Yeah.
He said, I was popping pills. I was going crazy. Nigga, you talking about Thistle Skittles? Niggas eat them shits for breakfast. What are you talking about?
Yeah, M really. Yeah, that triggered him.
But what made it so dope was that the fucking beat dropped.
Yeah.
It just scratched. Come on, M. You claim your mother's a crackhead and Kim is a no slut. So what's Haley gonna be when she grows up? Murder!
You know what it is.
Was fire.
That was a fire ass line.
Yeah. That's what we talking about, beef presentation.
Yeah.
You can't just say,
PJC on?
Yeah. You can't just come out, he the type of nigga to shit in the bed and blame it on the baby. Nah, you gotta pass a presentation with that shit.
That was the definition of going out in a blaze of glory.
Well, he did, because then he went at Lil Mo and was like, wait, what Lil Mo?
Lil Mo was just one of them bitches.
Like, wait, what? You'll never have a hit. But she had like 3 with you. What are you talking about?
She dissed him too.
Yeah.
And at that point, everyone went at Ja.
Busta Rhymes came out.
Yeah, on the Hail Mary remix.
What would I be without you?
And that was it.
That was it. You can't come back from that.
You can't.
Yeah, a lot of that beat didn't even come from 50. It was just...
He went at everybody.
Yeah.
He tried to go, you want to see Pac come back? You want to see Pac come here? It's here, nigga. It's here.
And they was like, no.
No. And then 50 went on Realest Killers and got Tupac's soul. Yeah. And then it got Afeni to fucking...
Then he went back and then tapped in with Biggie's spirit.
We the realest, nigga.
And then Pat had, who was it? Chris Lighty.
Yeah,
it's my man K Slay. Fuck you, Earl Gotti. Nigga, so you gonna turn the industry against me? No, I industry you, motherfucker. And here's the FBI.
The whole industry bullied Murder Inc. Dog. It was really them against.
How do you bully a label called Murder Inc?
And no, it's the M.
Listen, just like the irony. You bullying niggas who's Murder Inc.
Remember when he spelled Murder Inc. wrong too on that? Yeah. It's the MURDER. Wait, what? That's not how you spell the MUDEER Inc.
That's what happens when you hang around R. Kelly too much. You become illiterate. You either pick up the nasty or you become illiterate. Or you pick up that weird twitch. If it wasn't for the money, gods and crumbs and jewels and I wonder.
Funniest part about that shit was when Charlamagne was talking about the beef and he was like, yeah, 50 was talking about Ashanti's sideburns and I never noticed the sideburns. Now I'm watching her videos looking at her sideburns and they showed the side video, like one of her videos, showing her sideburns. I was like, oh, come on.
But you notice what Envy said.
What did
Envy said probably one of the most important things about that time.
What?
Was when 50 dropped Ghetto Quran. He said if the DJs played it, DJs was getting their ass whooped in the parking lot just for playing the record. Mm-hmm. Wasn't even like, I support 50 in this beef. It was, if you play this record, you're getting your ass whooped. Mm-hmm. Like, and you might not make it out of a wheelchair afterwards.
Didn't they do that in Get Rich or Die Trying the movie?
Yeah.
Yeah, they depicted that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, since we're on 50.
Well, side note, Breakfast Club.
Yeah.
Charlamagne.
Yeah, fucking Angie Martinez. Not Angie Martinez. And what's her name?
Angela Yee.
Angela Lee is leaving the show. She's gonna have her own show because she went on Twitter saying the Breakfast Club isn't going
it's over as you know it is over.
So people thought that this was the end of the show, but no.
And everyone was like, oh man, if only Deezus and Meryl could have just held out a little longer.
Nah, she just left and is doing her own shit.
Yeah,
and
salute to her.
Yeah, salute to her.
What's her podcast name?
Oh wow, it was
not Girl Theory. It's Girl Talk.
Girl Talk. Oh my god, I'm about to look that up right now.
But it's in addition to, because her podcast is also being syndicated. It's not just the radio show that she's getting. She's hosting her own. Salute to her, and round of applause. Salute to her. Mm-hmm. Black woman in media.
Mm-hmm. Angela Lee.
Angela Yee.
Yeah.
Yeah. So her radio show is going to be a Monday through Friday show. And then her podcast,
Lip Service,
is also going to be syndicated as well.
Oh, good for her.
Yes, so
she's been around the game forever.
Absolutely,
man. She still looks the same to me. Even though she's like in her 40s, she still looks the same. Yeah. But shout out to her.
Absolutely. But to then just close out that talk, yeah, man. I don't understand why that the feds show up at the end of 2 and it's a 5-part docuseries. That's strange to me. What else are you gonna talk about now? Oh, so then I showed up at Ashanti's house.
Yeah, because he was talking about how Ashanti left him and shit. He was all mad about that shit.
Is he gonna be peeking in the tree when Nelly's hitting it? Like,
he really went in depth about their relationship and how he really focused on it. And he said the song Happy was inspired by their relationship.
Okay. All right.
And then Ashanti they put up a disclaimer saying Ashanti declined to be a part of this. And I
wonder why.
Yeah, I wonder why she wasn't.
Yeah. She'd rather go on tour with Nelly. They were just out here.
See, that's the thing. I did not know they had a relationship until like years later, and I didn't really care about it. But this nigga's still talking about it years later. Yeah. His wife leaving him and shit. They talked to his wife too. Wow, they was also on that reality show he was on.
He don't even talk about his wife this way with such passion.
That must have been some fire he had. I mean, you see what Ashanti looks like lately? That's probably why he's so obsessed, because he see what she looks like now. How thick she is.
Yeah, she's in her auntie phase now.
Oh Lord. Man, I'll be obsessed too. Shit.
I thought you were gonna say I'll be your uncle.
That too? Shit.
I think it's funny having a Murder Inc. talk and then the closing point is.
And it's why M still brings up the Ja Rule shit in some of his songs. He still brings that shit up. Like, dude, that wasn't your body. That was 50s. I mean, I guess Ja Rule's the only like notable really rapper M went at, but M didn't really diss him like that. I mean, I guess.
I mean, I'll end up. I might just wait till it's on episode 4. And then
it's on BET Plus.
Yeah, no, I get it, but I might just wait because this don't even sound like.
Maybe I missed the Fed.
You said the Fed showed up at the end, part 2.
I think
there's so much to
because they talked about like the rise of it.
Bro, how many episodes have been out?
Yeah, look that up.
This can't be episode 2
or maybe episode 3. It might be episode 3 for all I know. Because it's like a 4-parter, 6-parter, I think.
It's a
5-parter. Yes, so what, you found it? I'm about to look that shit up too because I gotta know. I wanna know.
Yeah, it's at the end of episode 3.
Oh, so this is episode 3?
When you said Jay-Z was talking?
Yeah, he talked in
episode 3. Yeah. All right. Now this sounds a little better. With episode 2, I was like, wait a minute. The Fed showed up at the end of episode 2?
So I guess I saw in the middle of it.
Yeah, no. Episode 1 is Irv Gotti founding Murder Inc. and explains what led to Murder Inc.
Okay.
Then the second one is when Ja started heating up the bad blood behind the scenes with 50 because 50 wasn't signed at the time. And then a high-profile collaboration with another New York music star. And then episode 3 is he's focusing on Ashanti.
That's what it was, episode 3.
The attempt to sign Nas, how it alienated Jay, and then Murder Inc.'s rivalry with 50. See how it says in episode 2, bad blood with 50. Episode 3 is the rivalry with 50.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That was like the last real rap beef, if you really think about it.
No.
Well, mainstream-wise. Mainstream, like label again. Because you gotta remember, around that time period, there was Murder Inc. and The Source
against Shady Aftermath, G-Unit, and Double XL.
We ain't getting that shit no more.
No.
That
was from that perspective, yeah.
That was like, wow. Like, I remember Proof got beat up in the club and shit like that by Murder Inc. affiliates, and then he went in the booth and recorded a diss record at him. That was like real beef.
Yeah, the second teams was eating during the beef.
The
D12 put that on mixtapes.
Obi Trice.
They put all that on mixtapes.
Good times. Hey, we don't get that no more.
Well, I mean, shit. Even Obi Trice put it on his album. Shit hits the fan.
Shit hits the fan with Dre. Yeah. Fucking Tony Yayo
told Ja Rule you gotta swing up just to hit me in the knees.
Yeah, man. Obi Trice dissing Ja Rule. Dre dissing Ja Rule.
He also went at Jermaine Dupri in that one.
No, that was during that time period. Yeah. That was random too.
Yep.
Good times.
Well, no, it wasn't random. It was because of JD's comments.
Yeah, because he said he was the biggest producer out of everybody.
Yeah. And Dre was like, I don't need kids to
tell me that. I don't need
to make hits.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Anyway, what's next? TV shows?
Let's see. Oh, yeah. Speaking of 50.
Oh, it's a big rich town universe.
Raising Kanan bike.
God sucks.
And I've been waiting,
More importantly, Rock is back.
Rock, Uncle Marvin, and Uncle Lulu.
No, it's just Rock, because bless that one.
Oh, you got lusty eyes.
Yes, I do.
Uncle Marvin, my favorite.
You got lusty eyes. You damn right I do. Shit.
Yeah, no. Respect to Rock. Love for Rock and the actress that plays Rock. Uncle Marvin, my favorite.
Oh yeah, I like Uncle Marvin.
He used to be saying shit to just like. Motherfucker said, I would be out there with a surfboard. Motherfucker, you don't even know how to swim. Why would I know how to swim if I had a surfboard? Then they told him, oh yeah. He started pointing to his head like he knew the inside joke. I said, y'all better not kill Uncle Marvin. You can't kill Uncle Marvin.
He's gonna get killed. Yeah. Not this season, hopefully.
Yeah, Jukebox gonna do it. Cause you know how they feel about kids killing parents. Parents killing kids.
Yeah.
The big rich town. Fuck the big rich town. This is a disheartened and unhealed town.
It's wild. This show's really getting a lot of like critical acclaim. Like people are really looking at Raising Kanan as one of those shows up in that urban crime drama shit. Because it has a whole different feeling than the whole Power series universe and shit. But yeah, on episode 2, that was
episode 1.
Oh, episode 1.
Breeze through that real quick.
Yeah.
Pick up Kanan from Virginia. He comes back home. You can tell there's a lot of change within the family construct. I think the greatest scene as of season 2 so far was the family dinner scene.
Oh,
because of the paradox to how it was in the pilot when they were at the diner and they were loving, they were joking. This one you could just tell shit's just so strained.
It's business, business, and how
they're trying to take business out of it and get them back to the family mode. But so much has happened between everybody where there's no going back.
And the kid who plays young Kanan, he's talking more and more like 50.
Yeah,
he's really getting a lot of his mannerisms and how he talks. Like it's a very slow process.
Yeah, it's slow build.
That's why I like it. Because when he becomes who he is, oh boy,
the writers do such a great job because we already know Kanan and Juke's demise.
Yeah,
they do such a great job of keeping you interested in those characters.
Yeah,
because it could easily be, all right, I already know what happens to them. I don't care. But I'm so intrigued with learning where these two. I mean, for all intents and purposes, Kanan's not heavenly anymore.
Yeah.
But in the grand scheme of things, he's still heavenly and he's still, innocent to a certain extent.
Yeah.
You just wonder where was it that they both became monsters?
What was that moment?
Like what set them off?
And it's gonna be a very slow moment when it happens. Right. And when it happens, it's gonna be like, oh shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can tell with Juke, it's a lot of trauma. It's not just one event.
Dude, she be moving like a snake. When she moves her head, she moves like a snake when she looks at you.
And if you've gone back to rewatch the original Power, her mannerisms are just like the actress that played Juke.
Oh, so she must have really studied her. Man. Man, great shit. Then episode 2.
Well, to finish out episode 1,
what's
Omar Epps' character? That I keep double taking like that's Omar Epps
because he looks the same.
Nah, he just look big as shit. That ain't the nigga from Loving Basketball.
That ain't the nigga from Juice.
Yeah,
I still see Omar Epps.
Yeah, that ain't.
I still see him.
No, that ain't cute. That's Steel, nigga.
Stupid. I still when I look at it, that's still Omar Epps to me. He looks like he's in his 30s instead of 40s to me. That's just to me.
I look at him, I'm like, you arrest crack, don't you?
I like what he said. That's in episode 2, but go on, Omar Epps.
So his character, not only does he wake up from the shooting, he doesn't need a bone marrow anymore.
Yeah.
It's kind of like Rock inadvertently saved his life.
Yeah.
Because she had an incompetent son that didn't know how to finish the job.
Didn't know how to shoot.
Yeah. Well, you know the shot, he hit him, but he just didn't know how to finish it.
Yeah.
But then they come up with what ends up in episode 2, which is... Oh, by the way, you got somebody that's snitching in your crew. That episode 2 hurt my heart.
Yeah, when you find out who it was, I was just like, damn. Especially how they set him up in episode 2. That was fucked up.
Damn, Scrap.
Yeah, when he went in there, like, oh, this is great, man. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, boys.
Marvin Lulu couldn't even look. They turned away.
He turned away.
They both cried.
Yeah, and Rock just put that gun and went. And as soon as he found it, he was like, "Oh man!" Before he could even like plead for his life, Rock pulled the trigger.
Yeah,
and I was like, "Damn, that's a cold bitch," but I love you though.
Yeah, no, that was really. That was a good build-up.
And then especially with the shit that 50 said in the end.
Yeah.
And when he was going like, some things you just don't need to say anything.
Yep.
So let me shut the fuck up. And it just goes black. I was like, I love this fucking show, man. I love this show.
Yeah.
And it's just, there's so many ways. Oh, forgot the other part when Kanan went into his boy's room and he was
famous.
Famous.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he was sleeping with that chick, and then his mom came home.
White girl from college or whatever.
Yeah, and then she came home. His mom came home. I was like, damn.
Bring these whores. She's not a whore.
No. The part where she was speaking in Spanish and then she went straight into English. I was like, oh, she dead serious. Yeah. When they start speaking in English, that's when you know it's fucking serious.
It's a wrap. It's done.
Yeah, she done with your ass. Like, get the fuck. It's like, oh no, I don't know. She's from college, mom.
Right. But Unique gets out to nothing.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you caught the biggest, oh shit, put a pin in it.
What?
When Rock comes out from the stash spot at the corner store, the bodega, and she sees Unique's girl. So now Unique's girl knows that that's where their headquarters is at.
Damn.
That ain't by accident. No. But I knew something was gonna happen to Scrap when they brought up how they wanted to bring in, I forget Homeboy's name, his Unique's right hand.
Yeah.
I knew something was gonna happen to Scrap because I'm like, there's too many people in the kitchen now. Somebody got to go.
Yep.
And it ain't gonna be one of the uncles.
Nope.
So as soon as he said, "Oh, I was hoping my cousin move a painting," why would you say some stupid shit like that?
Seriously, it's like you bringing people into shit now.
Yeah.
And then that's how they.
He could have easily gotten his cousin killed.
Dead ass.
And you know what's fucked up? I don't even believe Scrap was the snitch.
Really?
I think it was his mom. Go back and I mean, you don't have to go back. You can just go back for clarification.
Yeah.
When you go back and rewatch the first episode when he gets pinned, she says, "Where's Detective such and such?" Why the fuck would she know a detective's name?
Yeah. Fuck. This is good shit.
Yeah.
Love this shit.
Yeah.
But before Raising Kanan came back, we saw the series finale of P-Valley. That was good shit too.
That might be the greatest fictional song I've heard.
Which one?
7 Pounds of Pressure.
That song is hard.
That shit is nuts.
Little Murder, baby. Yeah,
that's Big Murder.
Big Murder.
After episode 8, that's Big Murder.
That was Big Murder. Yeah. That was good shit, man. But well,
the parallels of both him and Mercedes and the 7 Pounds of Pressure, and how it affected both of them in different ways.
I love how they brought in Megan Thee Stallion and called her by her alter ego.
Yeah, Tina Snow.
Tina Snow. I was like, oh, that's genius.
Yep.
That is fucking genius.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah. So Tina Snow is in the P-Valley universe. Not Megan, but Tina Snow.
Right.
That's fucking genius.
Right.
But yeah, that record's hard. And the other one, Champagne Pain or whatever, that shit fucking rock knocks. Like, I listened to the damn soundtrack. This is fucking...
Soundtrack was dope. They had Big Crit on there.
Yeah, he recorded a record just for that.
Right.
Yeah, but when it comes to the show, like the finale, I was very just like, y'all about to jump the shark, aren't you? Because you came in there during the second season.
Yeah, so
you haven't watched the first season. Because apparently the main chick, Autumn, the chick who plays Autumn, she's leaving the show. And she was she was the main character in the first season. So she's leaving the show. Like that, they literally wrote her off, and it kind of has like a cliffhanger because she's, I guess, pregnant with twins supposedly, and she just left. And it came out that the actress is leaving, and I was like,
Well, I can tell you from watching season 2, she took a back seat.
She did, though.
So it was more of an ensemble.
Yeah, it really was. Yeah.
So again, this is me speaking without having seen
season one.
Yeah. So I can only speak so much. I can only go off of what I've seen. They focus more on the ensemble, so it does.
Yeah.
Even if you're like it's jumping the shark for your perspective, from my perspective, and just seeing season 2, just solely focus on season 2. If they were gonna pull her out, now is the best time because it was an ensemble.
Yeah, it really. Yeah, this season really was an ensemble. I mean, season 1 kind of was, but she kept the show together.
Yeah, this one I didn't see her keeping the show together.
She really didn't.
It was more Mercedes and Uncle Cliff.
And Uncle Cliff, man,
and Murder.
I love Uncle Cliff, man. I love that nigga, man.
Yeah.
Like he's like one of them dudes like I could just have at the house and just smoke, drink with, and just pop shit with. Like he cool.
He gonna talk his shit.
Oh yeah.
He's gonna be like, nah, now one of them bitches gave me the money I deserve. Like, word, take another shot, Cliff. It's fucked up. You wanna go riding them bitches? I be working them bitches. I be working them bitches.
Yeah, man, but I don't know. I just felt the finale. I just felt like, oh, y'all about to jump the shark, aren't you? Okay.
I mean, even if they do 7 pounds of pressure, I'm cool with it.
Oh yeah, as long as the soundtracks are fire, that's all that fucking matters to me.
Yeah.
Well, when it comes to when we keep staying on the shows,
there's a few rap shit.
Oh yeah. Yeah, we're getting close to the finale. We got 2 episodes we got to talk about. The episode when what do we miss on rap shit? Because I feel like we haven't talked about it. Which the slap?
The slap, and then how they responded to it. I thought that was perfect. That is social media 101.
Really,
that was a masterclass in how that shit works.
Yes.
Somebody sees somebody else do something, then they decide that they want to chime in, and then now they have a whole fucking platform based on what another motherfucker did.
Exactly. And
that sounds like us.
Yeah. Hey, ding. That's a ding. and
And I've been waiting, baby.
It doesn't sound like us because we also praise people. Like, we talking about the motherfuckers that make platforms just to criticize.
Yeah. I mean, there are all platforms that do that shit.
Yeah.
Not us, though.
But Shauna called in and was like, nah. Why you even in women's business anyways? And it was like, well, that shut you up.
Shauna's kind of going through it. Because I guess her man just started talking shit about... I mean, in a way, her man had every reason to kind of look at her different because... he loved her for the music that she was doing. You know what I mean? For like the rap songs and shit like that. And he used to talk shit about all the fucking city girls of the world and shit. And then she literally became what she hated. And I could tell that's probably why her man just hated that shit. Now, he was a bitch.
Well, you know, I was about to say, if he wasn't a bitch ass nigga.
He really was a bitch ass nigga.
Because every time it seemed like it was who was making effort to be together, it was her.
Yeah.
To be with him.
When they went to that Spotify party and...
Well, I would even say just on phone calls.
Yeah, that too.
And come to find out, we know why. He was fucking the other girl.
I think he just said that because he was mad.
Yeah, well...
Part of me kind of feels like he said that because he was mad because she wasn't answering.
Yeah, well, when you don't answer the phone, on the other side... Because she was texting, calling him, he wasn't answering.
He really wasn't answering.
So, you know,
yeah.
What's he got to lose?
But every time they showed him, he was studying, and he really was studying with that girl.
Oh, he was studying, all right.
Man,
he was studying now.
I'm just looking at the regular, like the, what's it called? The rules for shit. If we don't see it, then
I mean, that's fine, but I could tell you, hey, he was studying a woman's body.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah.
But Shauna just didn't really have time to grieve. In the words of Kendrick, I grieve different. That's Shauna.
Yeah. Really?
Because she started just literally like going with her coworker, her scamming ass coworker, and just started doing cupcakes, like filming herself on his jet ski. And I was just like, why are you doing that? He's trying to call you, trying to talk it out, and you're just like, just ignoring him. So you're just and then he sees you on Instagram chilling with another dude. That's why he said what he said. Like, okay, well, yeah, I am fucking that bitch if you really want to know. And then she ends up fucking old boy in the shower and shit. And I was just like, damn, that quick, huh? All right.
Yeah.
Women. That was the insecure parts of the universe kind of going in, but that's some real shit. That's what some women do.
Yeah.
You know, so it is what it is. But then this episode this current episode, she pissed me off.
Of course. There's no reason to go do what she did.
So, in this episode, they got invited to a party, a mansion party. Ironically, it was James Harden. James Harden's party. Oh, side note, did you see that video of James Harden throwing out the cake? Yep. I hope that was fake, because he just tossed that shit out the fucking boat.
Yeah, that shit was real.
Frosting didn't come on him or nothing. He just tossed that shit. Yep. But anyway, yeah, they had they practiced it and performed it together. Like said,
yeah, a good rehearsal.
Good rehearsal and shit. And then she fucked up with because she went and talked to her old friend who used to be a manager, and she got her feelings because it was a bad argument. So they were about to do seduce and scheme. They were performing. She was in her head. So what did she do? She went full B Rabbit. Never go full B Rabbit at a mansion party. Maybe at the shelter.
Somebody did this.
Maybe at the shelter in Detroit.
Not for that.
But not at a fucking mansion party. She went full B Rabbit and just started going, fuck a beat, I go acapella. Fuck a Papa Doc, fuck a Glock, fuck a Triller. That's what she did.
And she was so tone deaf, dude. She's like, it's tone deaf too. She's like, don't you see? They was feeling that shit.
No, they weren't. No. Even I was cringing at that shit. I'm like, what are you doing, Shauna? What are you doing?
Yeah.
You went full Issa Rae on this one. That's some shit Issa would have done on Insecure.
Awkward black girl.
Oh my God, yes. That's some shit that would have happened on that. And then she's like, yeah, play the beat. And then the DJ was like, nah.
They was upset about them air horns in the rehearsal. I bet they wanted them air horns to save them. Yeah. You don't get this. You ain't getting that.
She was spitting, though. But
nobody want to hear that shit.
Nobody wanted to hear that. Why did you do that? You know, and even, what's her name? Mia was just like, what the fuck? Why'd you do that, you selfish ass bitch?
Yeah.
And who's the manager name? Like the janky promoter. What's her name?
Let's see.
The one that pissed off Timbaland. Because even I cringed at that shit. That brought back bad memories, actually, from our publication we used to work at.
Oh, yeah. Chastity,
yeah. It's like, oh, you know so-and-so? Timbaland's like, oh, you know so-and-so? Yeah. I don't fuck with that nigga.
Yep.
Just walk right past her. I was like, what are you doing when she... Yeah. That was kind of like cringeworthy. It was a really cringeworthy episode. But when we come back to see the season finale, what happened, and hopefully HBO Max doesn't cut this shit. But because the way Warner Brothers Discovery is working right now, they're moving fucking stupid. Apparently that house party shit's gonna be in theaters now.
Yeah, I saw.
I was like,
towards the end of the year too. I don't know why people are putting things in December. Nobody gives a fuck about this. Like
that's Warner Brothers, dog. Apparently Warner Brothers has only enough money to release 2 movies this year. That's the Black Adam movie with The Rock and this other movie with Harry Styles and shit. They only have enough money to promote that because they're in debt right now because of canceling that Batgirl movie.
Oh, so you're telling me if they just would have released the damn thing and would have recouped some money back?
Yeah.
Something tells me they would have recouped back the $90 million.
They probably would have, yeah.
Even if it was a bad movie, people still would have tuned in to see how bad it was.
Exactly. The CEOs, I don't know what they're doing, dog. They're doing some they should just sell DC at this point. They don't know what the fuck they're doing.
Yeah.
Give it to Kevin Feige.
Yeah, sell it to Disney. Speaking
of Kevin Feige, have you been watching She-Hulk?
Nope.
It's decent.
I haven't watched anything Marvel related since Doctor Strange.
You ain't missing much.
That's why I haven't watched anything.
I mean honestly, you really, for me, coming from an MCU fan, because I'm just watching just to keep up with it, so I can keep up with all the Easter eggs and what leads into what. You're not missing much.
No.
Even though I like Miss Marvel, I like Moon Knight.
I mean, I know Thor just came out.
That's about to come out on Disney Plus.
It already did.
It's already out now?
Yeah, it came out this past Wednesday. It's been 45 days already.
I thought they said it's supposed to come out on September 9th.
That just said August 24th.
Whatever the case. I'll probably watch that shit soon anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, we got to talk about the Monte Teo shit.
No, we didn't. We haven't talked about sports yet.
Oh, yeah. That's what I thought I could lead into it, but might as well talk about sports.
No, not yet.
Oh, what's next?
Still got House of Dragon, folks.
Oh, yeah.
Talking about.
Well, we both didn't say. We were over.
Surprise!
Surprise, we're back!
You figured me out. You got me.
What did the uncle say? Surprise!
Yeah.
Yeah, everyone was saying, like, I'm done with Game of Thrones. I ain't watching this shit.
House of the Dragon comes on this Sunday. All right. Well, let me see what this shit about. And I love what they said. Motherfucker, if you came here for that heifer...
for Daenerys?
Go somewhere else. She ain't in this shit. She not gonna be in this shit. And it's 172 years before that shit.
So altogether, it's like 300 years. They said it's 300 years before the events of Game of Thrones. So, I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
So I was like...
it's set 200 years before.
Yeah, 200 years before the events of Game of Thrones.
With emphasis on 172 years.
Yeah.
Don't ask for that shit.
And I remember when the text went black, it said 172 years before Daenerys.
Daenerys Targaryen.
So it's like, that's pretty much... In layman's terms...
They said if you didn't read the first time...
now you know.
Yeah.
If you don't know, now you know.
Yeah.
Dragons... So pretty much
read at an R. Kelly reading level. Let's just make it simpler for you.
Make it simpler for you. Yeah, but in a nutshell, it's a prequel series that follows the Targaryen family lineage, pretty much.
Yeah,
and everything that happened, and I guess it sets everything up for Game of Thrones. At first, I wasn't gonna watch it either, and I was looking on Twitter, people were talking about it, and I remember I just went on HBO Max. I was looking for something, and it was literally that first. As soon as you go on there, you see that dragon and old girl, and I was just like, okay, I'm gonna watch a few minutes of this shit. I'm gonna give this shit like 10 minutes. If it doesn't get me, it doesn't get me. 1 hour later, you motherfucker. Okay. Let me just press my like on this, and I'll be back next week.
Yeah.
They already approved season 2. After they saw the ratings and the streaming numbers, they're like, "Yep, we back. We got you niggas." And I went and said, "Who's writing this shit? All the fucking same writers from Game of Thrones?" No, someone else. This is a whole new showrunner. Oh, the book is already done? Okay, alright. Fuck you.
Yep. Pretty much.
I think that's how everyone felt. Like, oh, you bitch. Okay. What's your thoughts on it?
Bloody. Gory. You got me in.
No incest yet. And I know it's coming. My friend told me it's coming.
Oh, and there's a nigga Targaryen.
Yeah, that part where he has like blonde hair and shit. But that part where she's about to give him wine, he just covered the cup. Like, every black person knew what that meant too.
You ain't selling me into slavery. He said, "Bitch, this might be 300 years before, 20 years before Danny, but I saw 12 years a slave."
Funny thing is, they saw the dagger that killed the Night King. That was in this shit, and they said like, "Oh yeah, this is what's gonna happen because there's like a prophecy that's gonna happen. There's gonna be this the walkers are gonna come and fuck up the world." Da 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 da. And I was going like, "Oh, that'd be cool if it was in this season, but there's a whole other series for that shit, so that you don't have to worry about that."
Right.
Shit. But other than that, I mean,
what's the brother's name? Damien.
Yeah, Damien. Yeah.
You think he's the Mad King?
No, he's not the Mad King. Nah, he's the bro. He's gonna marry her, actually. Supposedly. Spoiler.
Yeah.
Nah, I was just like what he said when the I guess when his brother died or whatever, like the baby died, or whatever. He go, yeah, he's the heir for the day. And the king's like, "Nigga, what the fuck you said?"
Yeah.
I was like, I like him. I really like him.
What kind of shit is that?
These Targaryens, man. I like these niggas.
Niggas got side comments on their family dying, like
because he was supposed to be the heir to the throne. He was supposed to be the prince.
Yeah, but how you say some shit like that about your nephew?
Make power. And then,
like, nigga, you ain't Scar.
You ain't Scar.
Even Scar let Simba grow up a little bit.
Scar thought he was. Well, yeah, he did. Yeah, he waited.
Nigga was still playing hide and go seek, peekaboo with that little nigga.
Then
he tried feeding him. Then he tried feeding him to the stampede. Yeah. You gotta let your hate grow.
Just a little bit. Just a few years. Just to hate him just a little bit.
And sprinkle some love in there.
Sprinkle some love. Sprinkle some crack love.
Yeah, make it noticeable. Yeah. Make him think. Play the part, man. He just came out, little baby already burning up. He was an heir for a day. What?
Yeah, because he was drunk with his boys and shit, and I guess he had the heir to the throne, and he was drunk. He was like, "Yeah, fuck that kid." And someone had like a gif, a meme of 50 Cent, like a video. It was just like, "I know I come off as a hater. I don't care."
Yeah,
that was Damon.
That sound like Ja Rule and shit. Said, "Come on, bruh. Your woman's dead and your baby's a known stunt. What's your daughter gonna be when she grows up?
Murder!
Dragons! Dragons!
You know what it is. Hella dragons in this shit, too. And I'm like, damn, they all gonna die off, too.
Yeah.
But, yeah, man, this is... It has me intrigued. Like, everyone...
I'm locked in, especially because the same showrunners ain't a part of this shit.
Yeah.
That helps out.
And the guy who runs it, like, they trust him. And the author's a part of it, too. So it's like, oh, okay. So okay. So y'all know what you're about to do. Okay. They already signed on for season 2. They already made 10 episodes. And, yeah. Good for them.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So, sports now?
Went to the movies for a little bit real quick.
Yeah, you went to the movie. Oh, I've been in the movies, too. What movies you see?
Easter Sunday.
Oh, the one with Joe Coy, right?
Yes, sir.
How was that?
It's not. If you are a Baydestrian, you're gonna love that shit.
Yeah, because he's from the Bay, right?
Well, not only that, as a Baydestrian, you should have Filipino partners. Mm-hmm. And if you chilled with your Filipino partners at a family function, oh yeah, this is a good time. Mm. They came up from Hollywood. They were in Daly City.
Oh, nice.
So they went to certain areas where I'm like, man, this is great. It's like. Obviously, it's not my life. Yeah. But there's areas they went to, especially with living in Daly City for 2 years. It's like, oh, he living my life. This is crazy. I've been there. Saw that. And I saw Beast.
Oh,
Idris Elba.
Idris Elba.
The world knows him and he's Idris Elba. I know him as Stringer Bell.
You watched The Wire so many times. That
nigga Stringer Bell. I can't get past that. Even when he was in the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
Nigga, that's Stringer.
Like, nigga Stringer, what you doing in space? Fuck out of here. Nigga drank some fucking acai juice. Now you gonna go to space.
Going to space.
Nigga shopped at the farmer's market one time. Now he wants to fight a fucking lion.
Edgar, even though Edgar's watched The Wire, he sees him as Luther, which is a good show too. You ever watch Luther?
Yeah, fuck Luther. That's Stringer Bell.
With a British accent.
Yeah.
Even though that's his natural accent.
Nigga thought he was so smart because he went to community college. If you was so smart, why?
Nigga had on glasses and shit.
Spoiler alert.
I mean, everyone watched The Wire.
No, you'd be surprised.
Yeah.
If you ain't listening, you got 3, 2, 1. Nigga, if you was so smart, how'd you end up dead from a damn parlay that you caused?
Yeah. Got set up too.
Niggas tried setting up 2 people and then they were the ones that killed them. Like, nigga, you went to community college, you stupid motherfucker.
And he tried to bring that community college knowledge to his crew. Like, and tried to have someone, that part where old boy was making notes and shit.
Yeah.
Like, I think it's like, you keeping time on a government.
Nigga, you taking notes at a fucking criminal conspiracy?
Give me this shit.
Shit's hilarious, man.
Why did he do that?
He said, because you want me to check the hours. You taking notes at a motherfucking criminal conspiracy?
Give me this shit.
Nigga left a paper trail.
He's literally. Can you imagine if the feds would have found that shit and they literally saw the hours of all the shit they were saying?
That would have been the earliest version of the FBI just looking at your Instagram.
Yeah.
Niggas just taking notes.
Niggas just taking notes. Like, nigga, really? Okay.
Yeah. Nah, but saw Beast.
Mm-hmm.
Again, man, my like there's some good moments. Don't get me wrong.
Mm-hmm.
My biggest gripe though is Stringer didn't want to go to the mattresses with Avon against Marlo, but now this nigga want to fight lions. All right, bro. Nah, just hurry up and end this shit.
It was funny. I wanted to see it, but I don't even think I wanted to see it. I was half and half, and then I saw you. I looked on Instagram and saw you were at the movies. I was like, oh, let me know how that is, and you were just like,
yeah. So you can see it if you want to, but yeah. Stringer Bell fighting lions, bro.
Oh, like, that's all I need to know.
Yeah.
I'll wait for it to stream. It looked like
except in this one, he's a doctor, so he didn't. His highest level of education wasn't at a community college.
Man, that's still Stringer.
And again, this isn't talking. I want to make it pretty clear. I'm not talking bad about community college.
Yeah.
I'm talking about Stringer Bell at community college is what I'm talking down.
I think it was to try to be a gangster, but he wanted to be a smart gangster, but he wanted to community college. Now, if he would have went to Harvard or some shit, that would have made some sense. Maybe.
No, it still wouldn't have made sense. Nigga would have tried fucking quantum physics, putting it into the drug game.
Yeah.
No. The whole aspect of it, again, community college, I'm not dissing that. I got a degree from community college. Mm-hmm. So I'm not dissing that. My diss is Stringer Bell attending community college thinking he was better than the hood, but the 2 most hoodest, grimiest niggas were the ones that were smarter than him.
And and still got killed.
Yeah. It's what he deserved.
It's what you deserved. You done that yourself.
Right.
Well, that's that. Well, movies I saw that movie The Invitation, which is like pretty much like a vampire movie. It's not good. It's not bad. It's one of those. It's entertaining, pretty much. One of them entertaining movies. Should have been on straight to Netflix, but it was still entertaining to watch. And I watched that other movie called Bodies. That's literally the title.
How's that?
It's entertaining. It's pretty funny. It's like a whodunit.
Okay.
And when you find out who done it, you're going to be like, really?
Word.
You're going to laugh.
Okay.
That was pretty good. Old girl from Industries and that shit.
Gotcha.
Oh, speaking of that movie, that show Industry that's on HBO.
I started.
Huh?
I started from...
You know the old girls from San Jose?
No, because I just started.
You just started. Now because I was talking... Edgar told me that shit. Yeah, old girl, the main chick from Industry. She's from San Jose.
Whoa.
She went to Archbishop.
Bay Area taking over HBO.
Hey, you got Zendaya. You got, I think her name is, I can't pronounce her name. It starts with an M. But she's Harper. But yeah, she's
Wait, which Archbishop did she go to? Midi?
Yeah, Midi.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I was like, oh, wow. Okay. So, yeah, like, she really is Baydestrian. I'm like, okay. And yeah, I guess it's like her first full acting role is on this show.
Gotcha.
Yeah, but yeah, she's in Bodies too.
Okay.
Hella recognized her too. But yeah, she does really good. Industry is a good show too.
kind of like Succession. I gotta watch that shit. So many fucking shows I gotta watch. It's fucking sickening. It really is sickening how many shows are out there. Quality TV shows.
I probably watched Severance.
How'd you like that?
It's great.
Oh, you finish it?
Yeah, I finished this one.
Yeah, that fucking cliffhanger was like, motherfucker.
Yep. I knew where shit went wrong when he mentioned her by her work name when he wasn't supposed to. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I was like, oh boy. But Severance is, everybody who hasn't Apple now, it's really made me curious about Apple TV.
Apple TV has a lot of good shit on there. I just never had time. No, I don't want to say have time, but it's just like it's like a whole other like rabbit hole.
Right.
I don't want to go down.
Yeah, because once you do it, it's.
You can't escape.
You can't escape. Next thing you know, you done bought $1,500 worth of Apple products so you can watch this shit on.
Shit, there's a one with Maya Rudolph called Loot. That's the one. Yeah, I watched a few episodes of that. And then there's this other one.
That's actually a good premise behind it.
It really is, yeah.
For those who don't know, this is the premise, so nobody's breaking any new science.
Yeah.
Maya Rudolph's character divorces her husband, who's very, very wealthy and socially established. Mm-hmm. And she ends up taking, $700 million of the
something like that
of the estate. Mm-hmm. And so she's never worked before.
Yeah.
So she wants to, even though she wants to do positive things with the money, but as you can tell, with somebody who's never worked and interacted with
the common folk,
it just doesn't work very
well. It doesn't work very well. That's like the whole premise of it. It's just fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
Especially when she went on Hot Ones and shit.
No, that was an SNL skit.
No. The one that does an episode where she goes on Hot Ones, and that one viral clip you see is from Loot. I know what you're thinking of.
Yeah.
That shit was hilarious. She's like, oh boy, I'm gonna need you to shut the fuck up.
Yep.
She puts the beer in the milk. That was some nasty, and then she drank it. That was that one time I come from. I was like, nigga, you drank that shit.
No, that wasn't beer and milk. I can tell you that much.
I really hope it wasn't.
No, on set they don't actually be eating like that.
Shit,
they don't do stuff.
Them niggas be like dude. Pusha T had to tap.
No, because you have to think about it. If they screw up the take, you gotta do it all over again. So you can't be doing that all over. Like,
no. I remember seeing the one Pusha T. Pusha T tapped out, and he was
the Hot Wings itself, the actual show.
Yeah,
that's real. What I'm saying is for produced shows.
Oh yeah.
They don't eat or drink in real life.
Yeah, I know that. Yeah. No, but I'm saying that the real episodes of Hot Ones. I remember Pusha T was on that. He got put on the Hall of Shame because he quit hella early because it was too damn hot. Same one who took. No, that boy was just like he was giving the Joker laugh because he was too hot. Because it was just too hot for him. That was hilarious. Oh, when Tom Holland, he was just suffering, and this nigga's just asking questions, and he was just like.
See, motherfuckers make fun of me because I put hot sauce in everything, but if you don't put hot sauce in everything, how can you be prepared?
Yeah. So some of them, like, what's her name? The scary one was Elizabeth Olsen. She did not budge one bit.
She's the Scarlet Witch.
Literally, she didn't budge at all. Even it kind of shocked the host because they get like the hottest one. And she was like, this is pretty good. And she was still casually talking to him and shit. I was like, oh wow. Austin, I remember Steve Austin was on there. He was, he's from Texas, so he's used to that shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He brushes his teeth with that shit.
Hell yeah. But yeah, that was pretty good. What other movie I saw? So Bodies, and then watching some Netflix stuff here and there, like the Orphan First Kill prequel. Mm-hmm. That was actually pretty good.
I heard good things about it.
It's on Paramount Plus. There's a twist in the middle of the movie that flips the whole movie on its head.
Gotcha.
Have you seen the first Orphan?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Once you think it's going one way, it goes another, and it's like, holy shit, okay.
First Orphan came out when I was working at Blockbuster.
Yeah.
That's how long ago it was. It still hasn't.
And they got the same actress to play this shit, too.
That's freaky.
She still looks the same.
That's freaky.
Even though she's like 20-something years old. They pretty much had all the actors be on like fucking like big-ass boots to make themselves look taller, which is hella funny.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Yeah, that was pretty good. That's pretty much all the movie. Like, dude, it's wild. Movie theaters have been opened up, and I've been spending less time at the movie theaters. I don't know. That's some wild shit.
Definitely is. Never would have thought.
I know, right? Sports. Preseason is winding down for the NFL. So, what's your report cards? Like how the Raiders looking? Like from what you've seen, from what you've been watching.
They're 4-0, but none of the starters played, so I don't know. I can't tell you.
I mean, I haven't been watching. I only watched some of the third week third game for the Niners or whatever, and Trey Lance was out there for like half a quarter, and we lost, but it was just like, you know, there's stuff we need to fix, but it's just like, I mean,
Derek and Devontae didn't play one snap, so
we won't know.
It's all literally just about the depth at this point, which, you know, is fine. But
that's what preseason's for.
Yeah,
so
I'm every time I kept coming on, they were on the sideline laughing. I was like, I'll see y'all in week 1.
That's pretty much how it is. It's like, it's just preseason is just for the hardcore. What's it called? Sporny? That's what you call it?
If you're really sporny
for football, watch that shit.
I get my fix off Hard Knocks.
I need to watch that.
I owe Dan Campbell an apology. I was too harsh on him last year. Like, what does this have to do with anything? But when he came out on first episode of Hard Knocks, said, I don't care if you come out with one arm and one ass cheek. We're gonna fuck you up. I said, oh no, this is A1 TV.
I mean, last season
A1 TV.
Last season with the Lions, man, they lost damn near every game, but they went out fighting. Like,
yeah, every time they lost, it was by something that was like out of this world. Like, divine intervention type losing.
Literally, like you know,
they're natural born losers.
Like, you are meant to lose no matter what.
Yeah.
Even when the Niners were beating them in week 1, they came back and they're like, no, you're still losing.
Yeah, weren't they down by like 22 or some shit?
Yep,
like that?
And came back and they still lost.
Same thing with the Ravens.
Mm-hmm.
Whooping on the Ravens the entire time. All of a sudden, this motherfucker kicked like the most longest field goal in NFL history, and that shit bounced off the damn pole and then went in.
And then got a nice check out of it.
Yeah, 4 years, $24 million. Just for beating the Lions.
Jimmy Ward will start season on IR. Of course. Seasons get whatever. It is what it is.
But yeah, now Hard Knocks got me my fix. I'm good with it. I think people were complaining about Tom Brady not playing preseason. I'm like, you complaining about a 44-year-old not playing in preseason? What the hell's wrong with you?
Well, he didn't play all preseason?
No.
I mean, yeah, why should he?
No, why the hell should he? He's a 7-time Super Bowl champion. Why the hell should he?
Nigga, after the season he had, I'm telling you, I knew he was coming back. In hindsight, watching that Rams game and seeing that look on his face after they lost, they had that look like, oh no, I ain't done with this.
Yeah.
You done pissed me off. Like, if I would have got like blown away, if he would have got blown out, he'd probably be like, okay, whatever, I'll retire. But the way they lost, he was like, oh no.
Oh yeah, apparently Gronk got Dana White to break the story about how Brady and Gronk were supposed to go to Vegas.
Oh yeah, I didn't believe that shit. Part of me didn't believe them.
Part of me does. Because what was it? When at some point, on the shop. Tom Brady was like, "Oh, yeah, there was a team that we thought was gonna get the deal done, and then it just didn't go through."
And he's like, "You gonna stick with this motherfucker?" Yeah. People thought he was talking about the Niners.
Yeah,
but he was talking. Apparently, now in hindsight, he was talking about the Raiders.
Talking about Derek Carr.
You gonna stick with this motherfucker?
Yeah, got you, Devontae. Yeah. In the long run, you know,
everything worked out.
The Bucks are a lot, or the Raiders are a lot more well off right now than the Bucks are. I mean, yeah, they won the Super Bowl, but you can't tell me the Raiders were going to go to a Super Bowl with Tom Brady that first year. Well, with Gronk, like a 2 wide receiver set.
Yeah, he said what fucked it up was when Gruden, the Gruden scandal fucked it all up.
No, that's not what fucked it up.
That's what Dana White said.
No, he said for whatever reason, he said we had it on play. This was before the season even started.
Oh wow.
That had nothing to do with it. Because remember, Gruden already coached a year in Vegas.
Yeah, that's true.
So this was about, they were going to do the deal. He said he just came up the next day like, nah, we're good. Like, they had everything in place. They were getting ready to, allegedly, they were ready to fly out there. Even then, I was like, I mean, you bring Gronk in for what? Because he's not going to start ahead of Darren Waller.
He really wasn't, though.
So, we're like...
What are you going to do?
Yeah, you know. I know Raiders fans that were pissed off about it, but it's like... that doesn't guarantee you a Super Bowl.
It really doesn't. And he would have been with Gruden. Like, you really think Tom Brady would have listened to Gruden? Like really?
Like, yeah, come on. Like, John Gruden had final say. You mean like Tom Brady was helping influence getting that roster set that when they won the Super Bowl?
He was LeBron. Like, he was literally the player coach.
Right.
You like, yeah, that wasn't gonna work. Hell no, he would have gotten that. He would have gotten.
Shit, they already let go of Antonio Brown. You thought Antonio Brown was gonna come back to the Raiders?
Hell no. They would have let Tom Brady go like that.
Let's talk logically here. That was one of the most interesting things. But main thing in the NFL news was Deshaun Watson. Yeah. When we last left, Deshaun Watson got a 6-game suspension. I was like, oh man, he really got off lucky because shit, that's still less time than Kaepernick.
Yep.
And then the NFL was like, nah, what we gonna do is we hear the pressure from everybody on the outside. We gonna throw on 5 more. And then when you come back, you're going to make us some money.
Yeah, so you have to do the math. You say, okay, we'll see how long, and you count to see the games he's out. When you count up to what was it, week 11?
No, because there's a bye at some point. I think it's week 13.
Yeah. Who are the Browns going against? You guessed it, the Texans.
Yep.
I saw that shit like, you knew what the fuck you were doing.
Yeah. So he got 5 games, that's $5 million fine, which was basically, I think no matter what, he's guaranteed to get $1 million in salary this year. Mm-hmm. So even with that $5 million fine, like once this year's over, because they're not gonna be able to suspend him for the same
situation. Yeah.
The deal had it with the Browns was that he was, even after this, he was only gonna get $1 million regardless. But his guaranteed money then starts in full-fledged after this season ends. So they already had it set up where they knew he was going to be out. Or they had an idea, okay, in the event he's out.
So who's our backup?
Brissett from the Colts. And the Patriots.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about.
Tony Brissett.
Yeah. That's, I mean...
They were saying that if you want to get a deal done, that's when you should call the Niners for Jimmy G.
Really, though?
Because they were only expecting him to be gone for 5 games. Mm-hmm. Or 6 games. So now they added on that extra 5. It's like, well, shit. How do we, is Brissett the one we rock with, or do we take extreme measures because we think we can hold what we need to hold to get to the playoffs? Mm-hmm. So... we'll see about that. Deshaun Watson really got off with that. Still, that's a slap on the wrist.
Literally, honestly, I feel the Browns need to just put this season on ice, like on paper.
But that's the problem. He comes back with 5 or 6 games left to make that push. If you just hold around 500 just that time frame, you could go 5-0 and then now you're in the playoffs. Mm-hmm. So you can't. That's the thing that you can't even say just put it on ice. He comes back early enough to. You could do some things if you want to make it happen.
And let's see. And honestly, that game's gonna get flexed to prime time.
Oh, absolutely.
Even no matter what the record is, that game's gonna get flexed to Monday Night Football.
Who gonna call that fucking game?
Who?
And this is a guy that came back and beat the allegations at a massage parlor.
Shut up.
Yeah, I go to Instagram for mine too.
You're the guy. Oh yeah. So how does the what's it called? I watched part of the game, like the Niner game on Amazon, not on Amazon Prime, but it was played on local TV. But how does Amazon Prime look on the NFL?
Like any other.
I figured.
It's football.
Yeah.
The logo's just different. They got a dope song that goes into it, but it's football.
It's funny. My coworker was going like, "Are you serious? Those games really gonna be on Amazon Prime?" Like, no. I was like, "Yeah," because he's a Kansas City fan.
Yeah.
I'm like, "Yeah, get Amazon Prime and it comes with it." I was like, "Really?" I'm like, "Yeah."
Yeah.
He's like, "Oh, okay."
A lot of shit comes with Amazon Prime, like people don't know about, and you get 2-day delivery. Sometimes 1 day. Sometimes same day.
Depending on how they feel.
Yeah.
You'd be surprised. Maybe in 30 seconds.
Right. I definitely done ordered some shit, and then 4 hours later, I was like, "Oh wait, it's here already? Damn."
Oh, goddamn, nigga.
Yeah.
Oh, nigga, damn. But yeah, man, it's gonna be an interesting season. Like what's his name? Russell Wilson. Bronco Nation. Let's ride.
Let's ride. Bronco Nation.
Let's ride. He did so many variations of the same fucking cadence.
All right.
Broncos Nation. Let's ride. Broncos Nation. Let's ride.
I don't give a fuck about no Broncos. Shut that shit up.
Going to the NBA. KD staying.
Yeah, they patched that shit up.
After all that shit.
Came out with but you can say all that shit. The same thing happened with Kobe. Shit happened. It went out the same exact way. The only difference was that there were actually 2 deals ready to go in Kobe's situation.
Yeah.
And he was actually getting ready to, the first time, we'll still solely focus on 2007. Yeah. They had a deal for Detroit in line, and then they had a deal with the Clippers, and they had a deal with the Bulls.
Whoa.
And then after everything was done, they were just like, "Do you really want to go?" And it's like, "No." All right, well then let's work some shit out for you.
You're like, "No."
A few months later, Pau Gasol shows up. Yeah, so
speaking of him, his jersey's getting retired.
Yeah, shout out to the Spaniard.
Well deserved.
Absolutely.
And his jersey's up there with Shaq, and
his jersey's gonna be next to Kobe's.
As it should.
It deserves to be.
As it should.
And they're gonna do that against the Grizzlies team that drafted him.
Okay.
So that's real nice. But Kevin Durant changed his mind. Like they didn't say anything really that was too far removed for them having to not turn back. I mean, yes, he said, either pick me or the front office and Steve Nash. But really, he could have just been saying that because he he didn't necessarily mean it. He's just like, well, this is what I have to say to get out of here. Mm-hmm. I've heard people say far worse.
Yeah, pretty much.
Nothing he said was
out the ordinary.
He didn't talk shit about really anybody.
He's been quiet except for the fucking trolls on Twitter. When it comes, he has not said nothing publicly about the Nets or anything. Anytime he talks, it's just on Twitter to trollers because that's what he does.
I like that.
I mean, I like it too.
I like it. I like how he does that shit. Mm-hmm. But yeah, no, I mean, now you look at the roster as constructed. It's a dangerous ass roster. Because remember, the guys that they were bringing in to replace him, not necessarily you can't replace KD. No. So that's not what I'm saying. But to replace the position that was supposed to be vacant. Mm-hmm. Yeah, KD's still there, so now everybody else has the luxury of coming off the bench.
Now they got depth now.
And it's scary depth. That Royce O'Neal, remember when I told you they traded for him?
Yeah.
Jazz?
Yeah.
Yeah, Royce O'Neal can either start or he can come off the bench. But either way, that's a defensive juggernaut you got to worry about. Mm-hmm. TJ Warren, if healthy, can get you 20 off the bench like it's nothing. Mm-hmm. Oh, and by the way, KD being there likely means Kyrie staying.
Yep. So,
yeah, that Nets team immediately, as soon as KD said, "Nah, I'm good. I'm good where I'm at. We can go back to your regularly televised
scheduled program."
It was okay. They're right back in the championship run, which sucks because they don't have a Christmas game. They only had 13 nationally televised games.
They don't got a Christmas game this year?
No, because they all thought they were leaving.
Oh damn, they got a bitch. At least they get Christmas off.
Yeah, you get that off, but 13 televised games as of now. They're definitely gonna flex them in the morning.
Oh, they about to flex them shit. They might actually play on Christmas now.
No, they won't. The Christmas schedule's set.
They don't set either.
There's only 5 games.
So who's playing on Christmas?
You have Milwaukee and Boston.
No, the Lakers.
Then you have the Sixers and I forgot the Sixers are playing.
Mm.
Who are the Warriors Sixers and Knicks?
Yeah, well I know the Warriors are going against the Grizzlies.
No, I don't think I forget. It's 2 East Coast games, but the Sixers are playing. I think it's Sixers Heat.
Oh, okay.
Then the next game is.
No, the Warriors are going against the Grizzlies.
That's the last game though.
Oh, that's the last game.
That's the last game of the
night.
Who
are you guys going against?
Fucking Mavericks. That's a primetime game, but it's in Dallas.
In Dallas?
It don't make no sense.
Why
and then, and then Nuggets. I forgot who the Nuggets are playing. But the Nuggets are playing.
Probably the Suns.
Nuggets and Suns.
Okay.
That's what it is.
Okay.
So those are the Christmas games. There's no flexing Christmas games. You don't swap out. Once the schedule's made, you don't switch teams.
Y'all going against them in Dallas? That's stupid.
Yeah, it makes no sense. But that's the primetime game.
Oh, okay, I guess.
Whatever.
Because Luka and LeBron, I guess, depending on LeBron's
I'm not mad at the matchup, just the setting.
Yeah,
why is it not in LA?
Yeah, like the fuck. Don't they always play Christmas in LA?
No.
Oh. No. Well, just the certain teams, I guess. But
yeah, it was weird. But
speaking of you guys, LeBron signed an extension for 3 more years?
2 years. He's already on the last year of the extension, so he signed another 2-year. So it's 1 more year after this one guaranteed, plus a player option for the 3rd year.
Okay.
But because he's over 36 or 37 years old, he can only sign 2-year extensions now because of the player collective bargaining agreement. Mm-hmm. But with that being said, he's now the highest paid player.
He's not the highest paid.
He's the highest paid player.
Oh, obviously.
Yeah, which he's still underpaid because
I mean,
50 mil isn't. That's not what he brings to the NBA. He doesn't bring 50 mil to the NBA.
Billions.
Yeah,
that boy brings billions, and he's only his network is worth $1 billion now because of all the other shit that comes with him.
Right.
So,
but I was thankful for that. It just made sense. Mm-hmm. His wife isn't gonna want to leave.
Nope.
The kids are established there. Mm-hmm. Zuri's got a YouTube page.
He might retire there for all we know.
Well, it depends on. He said he wants to play where Bronny plays.
Yeah, he does.
So that leaves the option open for that final year because that's when Bronny would be eligible to make the NBA. So we'll see how that goes, but we thought that was the biggest Lakers transaction.
Nope.
Been waiting on Russell Westbrook and all the dealings with that. Mm-hmm. But then late at night, I get a text message from. Well, I already saw the news, but shortly after, I get a text message from Busby.
Pat Bev,
and I just put Pat Bev, but he thought he interpreted me saying Pat Bev. Now I was actually pretty good with this deal.
Really?
Lakers get Patrick Beverly for Taylor Horton-Tucker and Stanley Johnson. I mean, THT, it sucks because I praised THT, but if you paid attention throughout the season, it wasn't the best up and up for him. Mm-hmm. He was very inconsistent. Not his fault in one regard because the ball's obviously going to go to LeBron and AD and Russ. Mm-hmm. On the flip side, you got to make shots when they pass it to you. And he was very inconsistent with that. Stanley Johnson was a name that was very good for us, but at the same time, it's also a name that's not going to give you. if they win a championship, it's not going to be because of Stanley Johnson. So, because of the signings they brought in with role players over this last month and a half, those guys were actually going to be played out the lineup.
Really?
So you might as well get something of value now. If you get Patrick Beverley, I'm cool with that. You get in you get one of those guys on Twitter that will say he got that dog in him.
You got that dog in him.
No, you literally got that dog in him. So much so that now you know Russell Westbrook ain't coming back because you can't have both them niggas on the team.
No, you can't.
Nah. I wasn't. I was very excited about it. Like, okay, cool.
All that shit he talked about Russell Westbrook, and now that nigga's playing with him. That's funny.
He ain't playing with him.
Well, I'm just saying, on paper as of right now.
They don't mean they gonna see each other.
I know.
I'm good with it. But that lets me know that the deals aren't done. They're likely either gonna go after the Pacers deal, which is Buddy Hield and Miles Turner. Or potentially there's another deal involving the Jazz that helps get Donovan Mitchell to the Knicks.
That'll be interesting.
So, either way, Russ is likely going to get bought out. And then he has his option with probably about 7 to 11 teams. It just depends on what he wants his role to be. So that'll be interesting to see.
That would be interesting.
Pal's getting his jersey retired. We celebrated what would have been Kobe's 44th birthday in addition to Mamba Day. Vanessa Bryant received a settlement from the Mark-ass sheriffs and police department who had the audacity to take photos from the scene and then go to a local bar and start laughing.
And start sharing pictures of it. Yep.
Yeah. So
shout out to the bartender that snitched on him.
Yeah. Yeah, 100%. And just to show it was just off principle and GP, Vanessa's like, I didn't even want the money. Like,
it was like, what, 15 million?
16 mil or something like that. We donating all this to the Mambasita Foundation. I'm like, I don't need this.
Because I'm already set.
Yeah, this is about the principle of it.
Yeah, how dare you, motherfuckers.
Defaming my husband, slaying
and
husband,
my
and my daughter.
Showing their dead bodies to other people and laughing at them and trying to make money off of it.
Yeah,
hey, you want to see his dead body? Fuck out of here.
Mark asses. One love to the Bryants.
That's why that she won it on Mamba Day of all days.
Oh, no, they did that shit on purpose.
Yeah.
Yeah. Kobe's godlike in Southern California. You know what I mean? So
it really is.
It ain't even the fact that Vanessa won it there. Like, the whole legal system, they set that shit up for that.
Yeah, they had to.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. And the same week that Nipsey got his star, she won that case. That's wild.
Yeah, back-to-back weeks. Yeah. And then the number 2 overall pick, finally,
Chet, what's his name?
Let me put that up. Chet
Holmgren, right?
Yeah, Chet Holmgren.
Yeah.
The unicorn. Because he's that 7'1", 7'2", motherfucker that can just pop a 3 out of nowhere.
And he was on, what team was he going to play for?
So he got drafted by the Thunder. It's not going to play for. He's not going anywhere. Just they're playing a pro AM with Jamal Crawford in Seattle.
And LeBron was there too, right?
He was there. Brown was there. DeMar DeRozan was there. Aaron Gordon was there.
Yeah, he's just getting his reps in.
Yeah. Freak incident. Not necessarily anything crazy, but went up to try to get a block and landed on his foot wrong. And as a result, I forgot what the name of the injury is. But as a result, he's going to miss the entire season. Which now it's people like, see, this is why you shouldn't play in summer league. But it's like, no, because that's how you don't get better in basketball by lifting weights. Like, that helps you build strength. But you get better in basketball by playing basketball.
Exactly. This ain't like football, bro.
Yeah, football, you need time off.
Yeah.
Basketball, you play basketball.
You gotta stay in reps. Like, it's just reps and shit.
Right. So
that sucks.
They want to blame pro-ams and all that. But, truth be told, there's been players that got hurt working out. I mean, you just can't call it that.
Like I said flat out, you should be happy that wasn't LeBron.
Yeah, I mean, you don't want to minimize his injury because obviously it's tragic for him. People are excited about seeing his rookie year.
Yeah.
But no, in the grand scheme of things, in a year where LeBron could pass Kareem Abdul-Jabbar for the most scoring player in NBA history, imagine that season not happening.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, yeah, very unfortunate. But to say that that's why you should stop summer ball I'm not rocking with that.
And also free Brittany Garner.
Yeah.
That too. She got sentenced to 9 years in Russian prison for bringing a fucking vape pen to their country when she was just trying to make money overseas. And apparently Dennis Rodman's gonna go out there and try to get her out. Oh, he changed his mind?
He knows Putin. You know that.
Yeah, I know that. I've seen that. Yeah.
Putin likely gave him the call, like, now's not the time for play, bro.
Yeah, I'm in war. I'm in wartime right now.
Don't come over here, because if something happens, I can't help you.
Like Ukraine's up my ass right now, so nigga, don't come over here.
Yeah.
I'll get rid of this bitch eventually, but not now.
That's basically what Putin said.
Yeah,
no.
Yeah, but free her.
Free her and free everybody that's in jail for marijuana.
Seriously.
That's not a slight to her. That's an argument. Anybody who's up for marijuana, it's stupid. Marijuana's not a drug. It's a fucking plant. Mm-hmm. That synthetic shit is drugs.
Yeah.
Support to Brittany Griner. Free Brittany Griner. I'm trying to think of anything else that went down over the past 2 weeks. I'm getting ready for my fantasy drafts.
Excited?
Oh, yeah. I got 2 boards, my nigga. With all kinds of different players for 5 different implications on what could happen.
Are you going to get your son?
I already have them.
Okay, good.
Dynasty Leagues.
Okay, making sure.
No, Dynasty Leagues already got that. That's already secured. We talking about rookies this year. We ain't talking about rookies last year. That's why I invest. I get 2 quarterbacks or however many players ahead of the rookies that I want from the same year. So that way, when it comes time for them to take place, I already got them.
Okay.
Yeah, no. I play Dynasty Leagues. There's thinking past the initial season. You gotta think 10 years in advance.
There's one player on there. If you get on defense,
don't say it, because once you say it, people that are in the league who listen, they're gonna put them on. See, you's a snitching ass nigga, man. What's wrong with you?
I tell you off the air.
You probably would have bought effing Mecca.
Shut up. I was gonna tell you who to take, but I was like, oh yeah.
It ain't about he's probably on my board, but you know,
you're right.
It ain't even about who to take. You get 7 rounds, and you gotta remember if there's players that have better, brighter starts initially, that's what I'm gonna go for. Yeah. So it's not about taking them. It's just like
I'm taking them, but someone to watch.
I'll put him on the board, and if he's there, cool. But
yeah,
he also might be there after the draft. That's not drafted. So
yeah. Shit, man. A lot of music dropped. A lot of sports news talk dropped.
Now it's time for Labor Day weekend.
Oh yeah.
Time to relax.
Yeah, and football.
Yep.
And wrestling. A lot of wrestling happening over this next week. Actually, you got fucking Clash at the Castle. They're gonna be in the UK for that shit.
Okay.
And AEW's doing their all out shit. There's a lot of drama going on there, but it's nice fuckery. And then Labor Day. Shit. Yeah, it's gonna be a good ass weekend. I can tell you that.
Isn't there a fight too? I'm sure there's a fight.
Probably some UFC shit. I don't watch this.
I just hope motherfucker don't be wiping his face off. The motherfucker that wiped his face off is actually from San Jose. The one that wiped his face in blood.
He was from San Jose?
Yeah.
Probably from
trained out here.
He was probably from the east side.
Trained out here.
Yeah, I believe that. I was like, man, we didn't learn nothing from COVID.
Hell no.
I didn't learn a damn thing from COVID.
Nigga was listening to ESTG when he did that shit. I want to see blood. I want to see blood.
God did. I don't know. I just want to see. Did you watch that interview that Khaled did?
Oh, it was Speedy?
Yeah, it was Speedy. He was like, yo, it breaks my heart. And then Speedy just
sat there just like, why am I doing this shit?
It was a good interview, though. It was. I watched it.
I'm sure it was, but at that moment, Speedy was like, I hope God, why did you make me did this?
He was trying so hard not to laugh. Because Khaled was looking at him like dead serious. he was like, they don't believe in us. And Speedy was just like, whew.
Yeah.
And then he was like, nah, this breaks my heart. Because they don't believe in us. And then Speedy was just trying not to laugh. And then Khaled just slowly puts his glasses back on and goes, God did. He was dead serious.
Who didn't believe in you, Khaled? Who? This nigga got every fucking deal that you could get from every damn major he could have gotten.
I mean, I gotta give Khaled credit because he really bigs himself up to be the greatest presenter, hype man ever, and he just
the shit don't make sense.
He's gotta go with it, man.
No, you don't.
I mean, I
gotta go with shit.
That's why I feel like
you tried to get me to go with that Jay-Z Nas record bullshit.
I mean, he just did it for
nobody talks about that no more.
They really don't,
except when they talk about it in vain.
So they talk about it in vain. I mean, yeah. Now we can really talk.
Know why this record sounds good?
Why?
Because Nas ain't on it.
Nas ain't on that particular record.
Yeah, nah.
Yeah, that whole shit would have been 10 minutes if Nas was on that shit. Yeah. Nas would have heard Hov was on there and be like, oh no, I'm going 5 minutes. Hov would have heard that. It would have been a whole hour.
Right.
Whole record.
I'll really show you Murder Inc. now.
Still featuring Rick Ross and Lil Wayne.
It ain't over yet. They still here. Still a collab record.
God did.
I dropped the whole album. Whole album sounds like Ghostface Killer with Raekwon and Capadonna.
It's like the One Blood remix.
No, I'm saying it's like the Iron Man album.
Oh yeah.
With Ghostface and Raekwon and Capadonna.
Yeah.
Yeah, they here, but it's me, Ghostface.
Seriously, it was just wild, like seeing people literally break this down, talk about the double entendres and all the other shit. And I'm like, I even listened to it and read the lyrics. So I was like, that's cool. But I've heard Hov rap like this before, and these niggas be looking up Hov like he's their damn daddy, man. Like shit. And the crazy thing is when Drake does this type of shit, it's like the opposite shit, but it's like with the younger people. Ugh. That's why I was happy M was on the next record. I was like, yeah, you ain't gonna talk about this because he's talking about God.
When you got fans like that, I mean, I get it, but you know.
Shit.
I mean, I gotta pay attention to it.
Dead ass though.
I stayed away from Twitter today, honestly.
Yeah, it was literally like a whole debate about that damn verse.
Yeah, no, I didn't want to do anything.
It was funny in the spaces I'm gonna leave on this note. In the spaces with Somia, she did like all spaces about the verse, and this one dude, she let this one dude on there because she likes people that bring up crazy shit. And I think she does it just to annoy me because she knows how I'm gonna be. So she brought up this one dude who likes battle raps, and he was like, "Yeah, man."
Yeah, you brought that up in the beginning.
I talked about it on there?
Definitely talked about that.
No, I think before we recorded. We talked about before we recorded.
Oh, okay.
Nah, I'm gonna tell it to the people. So she brings him up there and he's talking and he's all going like, yeah, man, like, yeah, I listened to that whole verse when you guys were talking about it. I went back and listened to it. I sat back on it and I was just like, yeah, that's adorable. That's adorable. Nah, man, I'm into the battle rap shit. So I was looking for like the stars and fucking explosions and da-da-da-da. And so man goes like, are you on drugs? And everyone's
Cocaine was coking.
Like,
he got his name called up on Spaces.
And then he was just talking about battle raps, and he was I was sitting back like, were you expecting some rap god shit? You expecting him to just go, like, you expected that shit? Like what? And then he goes to say that Jay-Z is he didn't say a black belt. He said Jay-Z was an orange belt.
Yeah.
And I was like, wait, what? Orange belt, brown belt, one of those.
What kind of shit is that?
I was like, nigga, what? Everyone in that space was like, bruh, what? Then he was saying battle rap culture is going to become more mainstream and da-da-da, this is the future.
What kind of shit is that?
And I was just sitting back and I'm like, my guy, did you ever watch 8 Mile?
Somebody did this.
Did you ever watch, like, Caffeine has a whole shit with URL? Like, bruh, are you serious?
It's like saying N1's gonna take over the NBA.
Which is a good documentary.
Speaking of drugs, you think I'm under the firm belief that Michael Irvin's nickname in the locker rooms was Coco?
I believe that.
I definitely believe that shit. I say that because he was one of the analysts on the preseason game between the Cowboys and the Seahawks. It wasn't anything particular in what he said. It was how he was saying it. Like,
when they were playing in the cold, we were cold.
Oh, we know why he was cold.
It was withdrawal.
What he wanted to say was when we was playing in that snow. He was playing in that snow. We was cold. Yeah, well, we know why.
We know why.
Yeah, he wasn't outside in the snow.
Now this is the last thing I was gonna talk about. The Monte Teo documentary that was on Netflix.
Oh, yeah.
The 2-parter. Yeah, that was a trip. Like, I remember when that story broke. I just didn't know how that shit ended. But yeah, that shit's a trip, man. He got catfished in a very bad way. And they talked to the dude that did it, but now the dude's transitioned, like he's a chick now and shit. Yeah, I'm not gonna spoil it for you, JC, or the people that watch it.
I gotta spoil it. I already know how that shit went.
Well, they talk to her. They actually talk to her, and she gives her reasoning and shit like that. It's from a whole different perspective. And they had Dr. Phil come in and shit, because he went on Dr. Phil. And it's a fucking...
You know how all this shit went down? I mean, obviously now, but... All this shit went down because they were talking about how he overcame so much in life.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Because his mom... One of the things was that his girlfriend died.
And his grandmother died at the same time.
Yeah, and then it was Deadspin.
Deadspin, yeah.
Deadspin was like, oh, we found the story. And it was like, nah, you got tipped off by somebody that did the story.
They talk about
But the way Deadspin tries to do it is Deadspin tries to play it off like they were the ones that were sleuthing and found everything, and it was like, no, you
got tipped off.
Got tipped off by a story by ESPN. What are you talking about?
Yeah, they talked about that in the documentary. They talked to the writers and everything.
Yeah, I just don't like Deadspin's take on it. They try to make it seem like
they the ones that took all the credit. Yeah, but I felt for Monte Teo. I really felt for him. Yeah, and they talked about how it fucked up his draft chances. He went from being the first round to getting picked in the second round.
Yeah,
and lost out millions and shit like that.
Which was stupid because it was like, this is why he drops out. Mm-hmm. He could have dropped him out for his play,
and he was still playing too. He played for the Seahawks in 2020. Mm-hmm. And I don't know if he's still playing now, but yeah, I felt for him.
Yeah, no, you got it.
It was a good, those two parties was a good one, and the N1 documentary was really good too.
Yeah, that was great.
Yeah,
I'm the one that put you onto that.
What?
The N1. I sent that to you in the from a tweet.
I think both, because Netflix notified me and you notified me.
Yeah.
So at the same time, both was right. On that note, this was episode 270 of the most consistent podcast in the Yay area. iLLogical Sense. You can always follow us on Twitter at Mr. Busby4 lowercase 08. You can follow us on Twitter at TLogicalSP. You can always follow us on Instagram at iLLogical Sense. And of course, on the Facebook.
Give me a hell yeah!
Hell yeah!
And on all social media, you can hit me at JCNoHuts. You just hit me, shit. Oh, I started doing that ask questions shit.
I've been doing that shit too.
Yeah.
Some people were confessing some shit to me. I was like, oh, say some confession shit. Some folks were saying, yeah, I kissed my BFF. Yeah, I've been driving with no license. Yeah, I didn't get vaccinated. Okay.
I think the last one you said is probably the most tamest one.
What?
Yeah, I don't know why you held that one last.
What? No, that's what the confessions were.
No, I know.
I was going out of order.
Oh, but the vaccinations wasn't even the worst one I heard.
Which was the worst one?
Nigga driving, snitching on himself saying driving without a license.
Yeah, but they don't know who it is. I don't know.
It don't matter. Like, why would you bring that in? Like, why do you feel the need to personally tell people shit that you shouldn't be saying?
Yeah.
Hey, I gotta wait with a PPP loan. Okay, why would you say that?
Yeah, Biden coming after you, boy. Biden coming after you, boy.
Yeah, he coming after people. Not me, though. I have my paperwork.
Yeah, I ain't doing that shit. I know people that done that shit, and I'm going, oh boy, Biden said he's coming for you.
Yeah, no, I actually got that, but that was based off of me being an independent contractor. My paperwork is in, and then they had me file for, what was it, loan forgiveness. Got that too.
Okay.
I was covered on both sides. But motherfuckers that was out here getting 2.5 mil and blowing it on Bugattis and shit.
And vacations and shit like that.
At the same time they was collecting unemployment. Mm-hmm. That shit don't even add up.
Yeah.
That shit don't add up. I got a business. Can you give me PPP loan? Oh, by the way, I'm unemployed. Wait, what?
I'm looking on Instagram and I'm seeing you guys on nice ass vacations and going at nice ass restaurants and shit. And I'm like, what do you do? Oh, I'm unemployed. And you're going here? Okay.
Well, to be fair, you didn't need the pandemic to do that. I knew people who was on EBT that was still living good. So
we also know motherfuckers are using the EBT on scamming shit.
Yeah, but I'm saying, but it's not one and the same or exclusive.
You never know.
No. What I'm saying is people use that.
Oh yeah.
There's other people who don't. They didn't need the pandemic as an excuse.
Oh yeah.
They was on EBT already, and they still buying up lobster.
They still went on that shit. I still can't believe that one dude who did that EBT rap song with the video.
Oh yeah.
That was.
I mean, it's about. Real quick, motherfucker that went on Instagram stories and was saying, "I got the plug for the PPP." He went on his stories and said, "I got the plug," and he was also showing it with guns and burners. And he's like, "I got EDD. We done stacked up about 33,000 this week. Hit me." I was like, The Wire would be done in 3 episodes. You couldn't even do a full season of The Wire. Most of the season would just be them sitting on their ass arguing with each other. And McNulty finding ways to outdrink himself. Because the case does itself.
There was this other video before I even recorded. I just saw a video of this chick who just went on Instagram and shot her gun in the air while she's driving. Oh, okay. Just shot her gun in the air, and then the cops took her into custody because she put it on social media.
All the motherfuckers listen to Wonderful.
Brother for the money, cars and shoes and that.
I wonder. Hey.
Yeah, play the yuck. We out this bitch.
Peace.
Peace.